The second visit of Amit Shah within a month. From Kundagal, Amit Shah will proceed to MK Hubbali near Kittur in Belagavi district to participate in a rally which is part of the ongoing Jan Sankalp Yatra. Prajwal is joining me on the phone line, and Prajwal, well, BJP leaving no stone unturned as their full focus is now on Karnataka. Second visit by Amit Shah within a month, and the saffron flags waving across Dharwad. What more can you tell us?
Now, looking at the massive crowd that we are witnessing on our screens, and Amit Shah greeting them, speaking to them. This is the Vijay Sankalp Yatra, which they have flagged off, which they have flagged off from the Kittur Karnataka region, mainly considered to be a stronghold of the BJP. But in 2018, two of the constituencies went to the Congress, which was the Khanapur Assembly segment and the Bailahongala Assembly segment as well. And this was something which the BJP had not expected, and therefore this time around the grand old party have also clearly gone on and stated that they will be getting Home Minister Amit Shah to those constituencies, especially where the BJP has lost its ground. And this is an effort by the BJP to go on and gain the lost ground in these regions as well, because Hubballi and Dharwad, we need to understand, are two important districts for the BJP to go on and get these votes and secure all the seats in the assembly constituencies, because in 2013 and 2008 assembly elections, the BJP had gone on to secure all the assembly constituencies in both the districts. But last time around, they lost 6 assembly constituencies from Hubballi and Dharwad combined, and 4 of them were in Hubballi and 2 of them were in Dharwad. And Dharwad rural segment had always been a stronghold of the BJP, but because of the internal differences among the party, they lost out on these 2 seats. But this time around, due to the instructions of the Union Home Minister Amit Shah, after having a meeting with Nalin Kumar Katil, who is the BJP state president, and also Chief Minister Baswaraj Bommai, and and B.S. Yediyurappa as well, he finally decided that he had to come here to this constituency to go on and establish a strong ground for the BJP as well. Because we're not only speaking about Hubballi and Dharwad here, we're also speaking about some part of the Kittur region, which is still in the, which is also still in the Belagavi region too. So the Belagavi region has strongly been, the Belagavi region has strongly been influenced by Lakshmi Hepalkar and Ramesh Jarkioli, who was formerly with the Congress. But this time around, he is with the BJP. As well. So because he is with the BJP now, the BJP has the upper ground. But then the BJP cannot ignore the threat of Lakshmi Hepalkar too, who has some, who has some sort of massive ground out there in the rural segments of Belagavi too. So this is a strong message out there by the state BJP leadership, stating that they are with the people of Belagavi as well. And if given a chance, they will definitely make sure that they will not disappoint the prospects of the people. Over to you in the studios.
Continue talking to us, Prajwal, because the pictures really speaking for themselves to how the BJP has an elaborate plan when it comes to Karnataka. To give us a sense of the assembly segments that will be covered through this yatra and the bigwigs of the party who are expected here.
Now, if you're looking at the assembly segments that he is going through, we are speaking about Kittur, Bailahongala, Kundagal, as well as Khanapur as well. Khanapur and Bailahongala have largely been a part of the Congress over here. So these are these 4 assembly constituencies that we are looking at. Kittur is a part of Belagavi and Belagavi rural region, and Bailahongala as well as Kolhapur is a part of the Dharwad rural region as well. So he is going for a stretch. Initially, it was stated that it was only only 1.5 kilometers, but now we get to understand that there were also last minute changes which was made, and he has gone for 3 kilometers. Now the rally will be proceeding for 3 kilometers till the Devara Mata, till the Basavanna's Devara Mata out there as well. And this is also to send a strong message that the BJP is also with the Lingaites as well, because let us not only go on and speak about these segments here, assembly segments, but also the fact that it holds a lot of prominence for the Lingait voters as well, because now there has been a lot of unrest in Karnataka, mainly because the Panchamasalis have not been given the 2A category. Now because of the fact that Amit Shah is also visiting this mutt, mainly which is considered to be very sacred and holy by the Lingaites, it is a message out there for all those people stating that the BJP government will not betray the Panchamasalis and the Lingaites, and they are still with them.
Absolutely, Prajwal, and we stay with these pictures coming in from Dharwad, because the BJP is certainly putting out a very, very clear message ahead of the polls in Karnataka, as they're leaving no stone unturned to really cover every segment and fielding their bigwigs, as has been the strategy of the party. This is Amit Shah. In a month itself, this is the second time that he is visiting, and he will be covering this entire belt that he took us through. And we really see the support on the ground, but D-Day is when the fate of the party will really get decided. On the other hand, Prajwal, the strategy of the party and the plan they are laying out to have Karnataka by its side.
Absolutely. Now, if you are looking at the larger context of the entire state of Karnataka, we are looking at over 4 to 5 visits by the Union Home Minister and around 3 to 4 visits by Prime Minister Narendra Modi. And now the Union Home Minister is making sure that his tour is not overlapping with that of the Prime Minister, because he wants to mainly go to those bases which I was earlier also stating, where the BJP is not strong as well, and we can expect that the Union Home Minister will again be visiting the old Mysuru region, because last time we saw him in Mandya, where he went on to inaugurate Manmul as well. But this time around it is being stated that he will also be visiting Ramnagara, Chanpatna, KR Nagara, Chamraj Nagara, and the heart of Mysore city as well, because this is very important for the BJP to focus on the old Mysuru region, which has largely been with the JDS, and the Congress had made inroads in the 2013 and the 2018 assembly elections. So far this is the old Mysore region. But when it comes to the central districts of Bengaluru, when we are speaking about Bengaluru itself, about the 28 assembly constituencies here, the BJP by and far has gained a large ground over here. But now, because what happened with the delimitation of the BBMP, we get to understand that from 198 wards it has been extended to 243 wards, and this time around this can be very crucial for the BJP to be making inroads over here. And therefore now the internal meeting by the BJP also stated that they should not only focus on the rural regions of Karnataka, but this time around they will also have an integral part to play in Bengaluru as well. So therefore we will be seeing the Home Minister coming here to Bengaluru again, and also addressing a huge rally which is expected to take place somewhere in the third week of Feb, is what we get to understand. Apart from that, we are also speaking about the Kalyana Karnataka region, which Prime Minister Narendra Modi visited recently. But Home Minister Amit Shah's tour itinerary or plan as of now, which has been discussed by the state leaders in Karnataka, is such that he will be going across the bordering districts of Karnataka with Andhra Pradesh as well, because over here the Congress has largely been able to send their message, deliver their message. They have sitting Congress legislators in the region as well, and therefore this will be very crucial for them, even not only in the assembly elections, but also in the upcoming Lok Sabha elections in the 2024 as as well. So somewhere now, the Union Home Minister is planning to visit the Kalyana Karnataka region as well, mainly the districts of Raichur in particular as well. And apart from that, if we are looking at the other regions, the Hyderabad Karnataka regions and the Maharashtra Karnataka region, the Karnataka Maharashtra region, which we also call as the Kittur Karnataka region, he's already visited Hubli, Dharwad. He will also be visiting Belagavi as well. But the number of assembly constituencies which will be covered personally is 6 at large, which has been chalked out by them, because this is just a one-day visit, because the Union Home Minister landed yesterday and today he's already been there. He's touring the twin city of Hubli and Dharwad. He's almost completed it. Now he's moving towards Kittur in Belagavi as well. So how much ground can these union leaders cover now is also something which will have to be seen, because this time around the BJP government in Karnataka is facing a lot of brickbats, especially due to the poor civic infrastructure and also the scams which had broken out, mainly in regards to corruption. And therefore now somewhere the BJP strongly believes that Prime Minister Narendra Modi and Union Home Minister Amit Shah are the two trump cards that they have if they will have to go on focus on development as well. So we will have to wait and watch out for how these tours will plan around, but definitely this will have some sort of significant impact in the upcoming polls in Karnataka.
Oh yes, absolutely. And stay on with us, Prajwal. Let's get a sense of what is happening on the ground, listening in to those slogans there.
ಸನ್ಮಾನ್ಯ ಶ್ರೀ ಅಮಿತ್ ಶಾ ಅವರು ಆಗಮನ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆ. ತಾವೆಲ್ಲರೂ ಇಷ್ಟೊತ್ತಿನವರೆಗೂ ಅತಿ ಹೊರಟಿನಿಂದ ಹಿಂದಿದ್ದರು. ಈ ಒಂದು ಅಮಿತ್ ಶಾ ಅವರು ತಮ್ಮನ್ನೆಲ್ಲರನ್ನೂ ಉದ್ದೇಶಿಸಿ ಈ ಒಂದು ಕಾರ್ಯಕ್ರಮ ನಿಂತು ಮಾತಾಡ್ತಾರೆ. ದಯವಿಟ್ಟು ಕಾರ್ಯಕರ್ತ ಬಂಧುಗಳು ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಹಿಂದಿರುಗಿ ಕರ್ಕೋಬೇಕು. ಇಲ್ಲಿಂದ ಬಂದವರಿಗೆ ಅವಕಾಶ ಮಾಡಿಕೊಡ್ಬೇಕು.
Prajwal, I want to come back to you because again we see that it is Modi chants that are heard the loudest, and quite the strategy of the party when it comes to fielding bigwigs before any elections, even during the assembly polls that we've seen. But Basavaraj Bommai is really the face of the Karnataka elections on the ground, and they will continue to pitch for him.
Absolutely. Now, now even if you look at how things are going by, if you're looking at how Baswaraj Bommai is also going by in these elections, Baswaraj Bommai has somebody who is always believed in a clean image as well. But because of the scams that broke out while his government was in the rule, mainly the PSI scam, the image of the government was tainted over here. And somewhere some part of the BJP still strongly believes that Basavaraj Bommai is not a leader where they can go and face the upcoming assembly elections with, because he does not have the charisma or the leadership capabilities of B.S. Yediyurappa. But all said and done now, the BJP National High Command, the BJP High Command there strongly believes that Basavaraj Bommai is someone who can go on and get these elections for them, provided the support that they have from the Prime Minister and the Union Home Minister as well. So we will have to wait and watch out as to how things will go on as well, because at this point of time the BJP is standing on a very shaky ground, because there has been multiple attacks from the opposition on a host of issues which is plaguing Karnataka. Mainly if you're looking at the regions that they have gone on to campaign today as well, it has largely been highlighted that the youths in these regions are jobless, and even when the BJP had promised to go on and deliver jobs, the BJP government in the state was not able to implement it effectively, which drew a huge setback. It also drew a huge flag. But apart from that, now Prime Minister Narendra Modi going on and visiting the recent youth festival which was organized in Hubballi gave a huge fillip to the BJP's prospects as well. So this is something which we will have to wait and watch out for.
Oh yes, absolutely, and we will know on the big day really to which side is Karnataka really tilting. But will BJP continue its successful run? Because like you said, it's not been easy with the way the opposition has been targeting and attacking the BJP time and again. And really to get a sense from you to how the opposition is also preparing on battleground Karnataka, because Yediyurappa certainly is the strongest face of the BJP, but now it is Basavaraj Bommai that the BJP is continuing to push. And then again, the fight against Siddaramaiah is all something that we will be tracking very closely. For the moment, Prajwal, thank you for joining us. We are stepping into a very short commercial break. But before that, some more inputs that are just coming in. And this is the latest. BJP's Tejinder Pal Singh Bagga has put out a tweet saying that Mughal Gardens have been renamed to Amrit Udyan. Mughal Gardens will now be called Amrit Udyan and not Mughal Gardens anymore. The famous Mughal Gardens have now been renamed, and Amrit Udyan is all set to open its doors from the 31st of January. So Delhi's iconic Mughal Gardens will not be called that anymore. They will now be called Amrit Udyan. And Amrit Udyan is set to open its doors from the 31st of January. Remember, this is also a tweet that has just been put out by BJP's Tejinder Pal Singh Bagga. On that note, we have to slip into a very short commercial break. We'll be back on the other side. Stay with us. Two pilots seriously injured in the crash, airlifted from the crash site.
Egypt, their army marching along Kartavya Path. Now, why is this important? Why was President Al-Sisi here? The Al-Sisi government has taken a very, very tough line against the Muslim Brotherhood. Egypt is a power to be reckoned with locally in that region. Egypt has oil. Egypt has a fragile economy, but nothing that cannot be brought back from the brink. Egypt needs India, and India needs Egypt.
Moving on now to some news in brief. Uttar Pradesh Chief Minister Yogi Adityanath, while presiding over the restoration and consecration of the idol program Neelkant Mahadev Temple in Rajasthan, said that the Sanatan Dharma is the national religion of the country, which every citizen must respect. Prime Minister Narendra Modi will address the annual Prime Minister's rally of the NCC at the parade ground in Delhi today. This year, the NCC, the youth wing of the Indian Army, is celebrating 75th anniversary since its inception. Prime Minister Narendra Modi will address the ceremony commemorating the Avtaran Mahotsav of Bhagwan Shri Dev Narayan Ji in Bhilwara in Rajasthan on Prime Minister Narendra Modi. In fact, he will be the chief guest during the program as well. Bhagwan Shri Dev Narayan Ji is worshipped by the people in Rajasthan and his followers are spread across the length and breadth of the country. He is revered specially for his work towards the public service. Union Home Minister Amit Shah will be arriving in the pole-bound state of Karnataka, and he will be attending various events and taking part in roadshows organized by the BJP. Reportedly, this is his second such visit to the state within a month. Maharashtra Chief Minister Eknath Shinde said that he is not afraid of the polls that are there in 2024 and that Prime Minister Narendra Modi will break all records and that the NDA will retain its power. Telangana Chief Minister KCR hit out at the ruling BJP in the centre and accused it of being responsible for the rising debts, the increase in price of commodities and raking up the communal issues in the country. Despite the official warning by the Tata Institute of Social Sciences over the screening of the
Thank you for staying with Republic, and we are getting you these latest details as Mughal Gardens have now been renamed as Amrit Udyan. Under Amrit Mahotsav, Mughal Garden has been renamed and the Amrit Udyan will now open its doors from the 31st of January to one and all. My colleague Harsha is also joining us on the broadcast to give us more details on the same. And Harsha, it is really about getting done with the colonial mindset and the Mughal rule that has always dominated, but really reiterating on the cultural heritage of our country. And this again is seeming like an extension to that, where the Mughal Gardens have now been renamed to Amrit Udyan. What more can you share with us?
See, the details we are getting is that under the campaign Azadi Ka Amrit Mahotsav, which was started since the independence, and it was the campaign under which many roads and the places were being renamed, which were named at the time of Mughal rule, and now everything is being renamed under that campaign. So now Mughal Garden, which is inside the Rashtrapati Bhavan, is being renamed to Amrit Udyan. And
Tejinder Pal Bagga, you've put out details. What more can you share with our viewers at this point? Mughal Gardens to be renamed as Amrit Udyan.
ऐसे चाहते थे कि जो मुगल गार्डन है आक्रमणकारी जो इन्होंने हिंदुस्तान पे हमला किया उनके नाम पे है, और बहुत से लोग जब वहां जाते थे देखने तो उनको बहुत तकलीफ होती थी। बहुत से लोगों की ये डिमांड थी कि उसका नाम चेंज होना चाहिए, जिसको देखते हुए सरकार ने आज उसका नाम बदल के अमृत उद्यान कर दिया।
And this is exactly what we see time and again, which is happening, of how Rajghat also became Kartavya Path. Now Mughal Garden to become Amrit Udyan, and renaming of really several such iconic structures where it is about India and our cultural heritage, and to shun away the whole colonial mindset and the Mughal rule, and to really gain ownership of who we are.
बिल्कुल 900 साल की जो गुलामी की मानसिकता थी, जो नाम रखे गए, किसी भी सरकार जो देश में साल में 70 साल तक है, किसी ने प्रयास नहीं किया इस देश के अंदर उन लोगों के नाम पे सड़कें, क्योंकि जब भी हम कोई सड़क या बिल्डिंग का नाम रखते हैं उसके नाम पे रखते हैं कि जब हमारी आने वाली पीढ़ियां हो उनसे इंस्पिरेशन ले, उनसे प्रेरणा ले। लेकिन हमारे देश के अंदर 70 सालों से औरंगजेब के नाम के ऊपर सड़कें थी, बाबर के नाम पे सड़कें थी, जिन्होंने गुरु तेग बहादुर जी ने इस देश को बलिदान देने के लिए शहादत दी थी, और जिन लोगों ने उनको शहीद किया, जिन लोगों ने उनका कत्ल किया, जो इस देश के लुटेरे थे, जो इस देश में लूटने आए, उन लोगों
ऊपर नहीं बोलकर मैं भाग गया।
हमारे प्रधानमंत्री नरेंद्र मोदी जी करे, उसने दुनिया में अब भारत का सम्मान बढ़ाने का काम किया है। भारत को आतंकवादियों से सुरक्षित रखने का काम नरेंद्र मोदी जी ने किया है। कश्मीर से धारा 370 हटाने का काम मोदी जी ने किया है। और साथ में ध्यान से सुनना, शांति से सुनना, साथ में अयोध्या में प्रभु श्री राम का मंदिर अगले चुनाव में,
वो हमारा ही है।
अगले चुनाव
Egypt. Their army marching along Kartavya Path. Now, why is this important? Why was President Al-Sisi here? The Al-Sisi government has taken a very, very tough line against the Muslim Brotherhood. Egypt is a power to be reckoned with locally in that region. Egypt has oil. Egypt has a fragile economy, but nothing that cannot be brought back from the brink. Egypt needs India, and India needs Egypt.
Moving on now to some news in brief. Uttar Pradesh Chief Minister Yogi Adityanath, while presiding over the restoration and consecration of the idol program Neelkant Mahadev Temple in Rajasthan, said that the Sanatan Dharma is the national religion of the country, which every citizen must respect. Prime Minister Narendra Modi will address the annual Prime Minister's rally of the NCC at the Parade Ground in Delhi today. This year, the NCC, the youth wing of the Indian Army, is celebrating 75th anniversary since its inception. Prime Minister Narendra Modi will address the ceremony commemorating the Avtaran Mahotsav of Bhagwan Shri Dev Narayan Ji in Bhilwara in Rajasthan on Prime Minister Narendra Modi. In fact, he will be the chief guest during the program as well. Bhagwan Shri Dev Narayan Ji is worshipped by the people in Rajasthan, and his followers are spread across the length and breadth of the country. He is revered specially for his work towards the public service. Union Home Minister Amit Shah will be arriving in the pole-bound state of Karnataka, and he will be attending various events and taking part in roadshows organized by the BJP. Reportedly, this is his second such visit to the state within a month. Maharashtra Chief Minister Eknath Shinde said that he is not afraid of the polls that are there in 2024, and that Prime Minister Narendra Modi will break all records and that the NDA will retain its power.
Friends, though it is 2 days too late, but still I take this opportunity to wish you a very happy Republic Day. Now, there have been a lot of questions and a lot of people DM'd me, they WhatsApped me, and they wanted to know why India invites global leaders. Is it a new phenomena? And why do we have army contingents of foreign countries marching? You know, we saw France in the past, we've seen UAE, and 2 days back we saw Egypt, their army marching along Kartavya Path. Now, why is this important? And why is this done now? Inviting foreign leaders is not new. It's been happening for decades and decades. And it was always a gesture of goodwill towards a foreign nation. The Modi doctrine or the Modi foreign policy is slightly different in the sense that they know how to package this occasion and take full advantage diplomatically. So why is Egypt important to India? Why was President Al-Sisi here? If you look at the map, you will see that Egypt straddles Africa and Asia. Technically in Africa, Egypt also has inroads into Asia. We all know about the Suez Canal. And also the fact that the Al-Sisi government has taken a very, very tough line against the Muslim Brotherhood. It is a government that gets along well with Israel, in spite of having fought a war with Israel in the past. It gets along well with China. It also gets along well with the United States of America. Egypt is a power to be reckoned with locally in that region. Egypt has oil. Egypt has a fragile economy, but nothing that cannot be brought back from the brink. Egypt needs India, and India needs Egypt. The idea of getting President Al-Sisi here was also to pass a message at three different levels. Number one, India taking the presidency of G20. Prime Minister Modi spoke very eloquently about the global south and how India will be the voice of the global south. India will speak for those countries that cannot speak for themselves. India will represent those countries that cannot effectively represent themselves at a global stage. India seeks to take pole position, it seeks to take leadership position vis-a-vis those countries. Also the fact that Pakistan has traditionally used Muslim countries to block India's Kashmir aspirations. Now, what does India aspire as far as Kashmir is concerned? India says, and there is a 1994 parliamentary resolution which says that the entire Gilgit-Baltistan and Pakistan-occupied Kashmir, which the Pakistanis call Azad Kashmir, that is part of India, right? And Pakistan obviously wants the Indian Kashmir to be part of Pakistan. I wonder why, and there is no logic which can substantiate Pakistan's claim, but that is what Pakistan wants. Now, Pakistan has always played the Islamic card. It has always used Muslim countries against India at the OIC and also bilaterally. That was Pakistan's big trump card. What Prime Minister Modi did was he neutralized Pakistan's trump card. Today, Prime Minister Modi has been given the highest civilian awards by no less than 4 Muslim countries. Mohammed bin Salman calls him his brother. There are temples being built in the UAE. Bollywood stars go to Saudi Arabia, a country where women were banned from driving a few years back. So everything is changing, and why is this happening? I'll come back to the Republic Day part of it, but why is this happening? This is happening not just because of India's diplomacy, though that is a very big chunk of it. That is a very, very large part of this conversation that we're having. Another big reason is also the fact that the Islamic countries are repositioning themselves. They realize that oil is finite. They realize that oil will finish one day. There is the rise of electrical vehicles all over the world. Even in India, a few years back, people had just heard of electrical vehicles. Today, it's not an uncommon sight. Especially in large cities, you do see electrical vehicles very commonly, and as the years go by, this will become more and more common. As batteries take lesser time to charge, give you more mileage, there will be more acceptance, and dependence on fossil fuel, while not absolutely done away with, will come down slowly and slowly. Now, the thing is that the Islamic world also is faced with terrorism. Much of it Islamic terrorism. They need new partners. They need new security paradigms. They need new avenues to park their petrodollars. The entire geopolitics of the OIC is changing. But Pakistan continues to look at the world from an Islamic prism. It wears these spectacles and looks at the entire world as Muslim and non-Muslim. No other Muslim country does that, by the way, except for Pakistan. But this is Pakistan's foreign policy. Biradar Islami Mulk is a phrase that Pakistanis often use. You are a Muslim country, therefore you are our brother. And where does it lead to? It often leads to Pakistan asking for money. That is the extent of brotherhood that Pakistanis practice, and they feel that by the very act of being born in a Muslim house, by the very act of belonging to a certain faith, that gives you right over every Muslim country in the world, and primarily the right to ask for money again and again and again without accountability. And this is exactly what Saudi Arabia said very recently. You know, in Davos, a senior minister of Saudi Arabia said that the day of free lunches is over. The day when we would write blank checks and give it to Pakistan and Egypt and other countries, those days are over. We have started taxing our population. Now, when are these countries going to start taxing theirs? Because in Pakistan, hardly anybody pays taxes. The rich don't pay taxes. It's only the salaried middle class and the poor people who pay taxes. The rich don't. And this is what Saudi Arabia said, that, you know, the days of us giving you blank checks and giving you money just like that, without accountability, those days are over. And we need to understand why we are giving you money and what you're doing with that money. So clearly, the party is over for Pakistan. Also the fact that a lot of these Biradar Islami countries, as Pakistan loves to call them, even when Shehbaz Sharif tweets, you know, even when Bilawal Bhutto tweets, there is always this word, brother Islamic country. This is just a hook for extracting money, that's all. There is no brotherhood there. It's just a hook for extracting money from Muslim countries. But this is what they write, and this is what they believe, and this is what they sell to the people of Pakistan. Coming back to the Republic Day celebrations, you know, the Egyptian army marched on Kartavya Path, and it was a grand sight. And India reached out to Egypt and told President Al-Sisi that we honor you as a brother, as a friend. We honor you as a strategic partner. Now, the word strategic partner has different meanings. I'm using it colloquially. I'm using it to explain a point of view, not necessary in the diplomatic sense. So I think it's a great idea. We have had we've had heads of state of the United Arab Emirates. We've had Barack Obama. We've had the President of France. And before election year, 2024, you know, the elections will take place in summers of 2024. We'll also see who is the guest next year, because that will be a huge statement by the Modi government. Now, the next news also I have from India is that the Indian Army has floated tenders, and this is an emergency buy, and very interesting, the way the Indian Army is very quickly absorbing technology. You know, all organizations, especially armed forces, they take time to change their point of view, their thinking. I would not say they are resistant to change, but change is difficult to come by. It is the nature of such organizations, but it gives me great happiness to share this news with you that Indian Army has actually floated tenders for buying jetpacks. Now, here is a small video, you know, of a man flying in a jetpack. So what it gives is Indian Army soldiers the capability of flying in the air at approximately 50 kilometers per hour and flying certain distances. And I think if used by the Indian Army Special Forces, it will give them the ability to penetrate deep inside enemy territory without putting an aircraft in danger. You know, generally paratroopers jump out of planes, and while they are over enemy territory, you know, that aircraft is in danger because it has to be a transport aircraft. You can't have troops sitting inside a fighter aircraft. It has to be a large transport aircraft. Transport aircrafts are slow. They don't have the kind of weaponry that fighter aircraft have. So this is a great step. They've ordered 48 of them, and I think this is initially for testing, after which they could order more. They've also, you know, ordered 100 robotic mules. Now, what are robotic mules? Robotic mules are essentially, you know, in high altitude. I've been posted in high altitude areas, and mules are often used in areas which are very, very difficult to reach, and mules are used because they can carry huge amounts of load, and they're very sure-footed. Mules are very sure-footed. They can reach where you know, most of us won't be able to reach, and we'd require special equipment. But mules can reach there, so they're used now lesser and lesser in the Indian Army. So these robotic mules, 100 odd of them, these are essentially robos which will be loaded with materials and supplies, and they will go to areas of 10,000 feet above sea level and beyond. And it will be their endeavor to supply our troops with weapons, with ammunition, with water, with fuel, with clothing, with every other equipment that is needed to fight a war or, you know, protect the borders. And this specially will come into use along the line of actual control with China. So 100 of these robotic mules are being taken essentially, and they'll test them for a couple of years, and then I'm sure that a huge order will follow, and then we'll have thousands upon thousands of robotic mules all over the Indian Army. And also they're talking about 130 new generation tethered drone systems. So essentially when you fly a drone, you must have seen those commercial drones that we fly. When you fly a drone, it is essentially line of sight. So as long as you can see the drone, you can control it. Tethered drones are drones that are logged onto a system, and they need not be line of sight. They can be flying beyond a certain feature which you cannot see with the naked eye, and they'll still fly properly and get you all the intelligence that you want. And great news for the Indian Armed Forces, for the Indian Army specifically. They're getting into so many other things like AI, blockchain, the Internet of Things. And the Indian Army is working very, very actively with DRDO, which in turn is working very actively with the IITs. So India's best brains are now part of the larger defense ecosystem. Coming back to my favorite topic of Pakistan, Hina Rabbani Kar, the Deputy Foreign Minister of Pakistan, and she was at one point in time the Foreign Minister of Pakistan. She had come to India, and when she had come, I think the topic of conversation was her Birkin bags, which cost lakhs of rupees, unimaginable amount of money. And Hina Rabbani Kar, she's now the Deputy Foreign Minister of Pakistan, and she says that there is no back channel open with India. Absolutely, and what you see is what you get. I mean, whatever is there in the news is the maximum extent to which diplomacy is going on. There is no track 2 happening right now. There is no track 2.5, no track 3. There are no back channel talks happening between India and Pakistan, and I think if that is true, that is what suits India as well. We would not like to engage with Pakistan. We would not like to talk with Pakistan. However, if you see, you see what their Prime Minister says. The Prime Minister says that we want to talk to India. We've learnt our lesson. This is the Prime Minister of Pakistan. The Foreign Minister of Pakistan says that Mr. Modi is a very bad man and he was denied a visa. This is the Foreign Minister. The Deputy Foreign Minister says that there are no back channel talks. Everybody is saying something else, and all within the government of Pakistan. I can understand a think tank making a contrary statement. I can understand the media may be making a contrary statement because they're not required to follow the government's line of thought. And they're independent entities. But the government itself, the problem is that within Pakistan, the People's Party has a different set of loyalties. Pakistan's People Party, which is the Bhutto Party, Benazir Bhutto's party, and also Bilawal Bhutto Zardari's party. The Noon League, or the Pakistan Muslim League Noon, which is Nawaz Sharif's party, to which even Shehbaz Sharif belongs, they have a different foreign policy. Everybody has a different foreign, and the foreign policy is not government to government, it's also party to party. So if there are 3-4 large parties, actually there are more than a dozen, but if there are 3-4 large parties which have gotten together to form a government, every independent party will have its own independent foreign policy and will go to the media, go to foreign nations and talk about their party's foreign policy, and this is exactly what is happening in Pakistan. Recently, Pakistan made a big statement, and it said that on the eve of India's Republic Day, 26th of January, so eve is 25th January or so, Prime Minister Modi has sanctioned a false flag operation. And this is from Geo News, and they said that Prime Minister Modi himself has sanctioned a false flag operation by which Indians will claim, and they've mentioned the brigade, 93 Brigade of the Indian Army, so they're talking about the Jammu area. Egypt, their army marching along Kartavya Path. Now, why is this important? Why was President Al-Sisi here? The Al-Sisi government has taken a very, very tough line against the Muslim Brotherhood. Egypt is a power to be reckoned with locally in that region. Egypt has oil. Egypt has a fragile economy, but nothing that cannot be brought back from the brink. Egypt needs India, and India needs Egypt.
Moving on now to some news in brief. Uttar Pradesh Chief Minister Yogi Adityanath, while presiding over the restoration and consecration of the idol program Neelkant Mahadev Temple in Rajasthan, said that the Sanatan Dharma is the national religion of the country, which every citizen must respect. Prime Minister Narendra Modi will address the annual Prime Minister's rally of the NCC at the parade ground in Delhi today. This year, the NCC, the youth wing of the Indian Army, is celebrating 75th anniversary since its inception. Prime Minister Narendra Modi will address the ceremony commemorating the Avtaran Mahotsav of Bhagwan Shri Dev Narayan Ji in Bhilwara in Rajasthan on Prime Minister Narendra Modi. In fact, he will be the chief guest during the program as well. Bhagwan Shri Dev Narayan Ji is worshipped by the people in Rajasthan and his followers are spread across the length and breadth of the country. He is revered specially for his work towards the public service. Union Home Minister Amit Shah will be arriving in the pole-bound state of Karnataka, and he will be attending various events and taking part in roadshows organized by the BJP. Reportedly, this is his second such visit to the state within a month. Maharashtra Chief Minister Eknath Shinde said that he is not afraid of the polls that are there in 2024 and that Prime Minister Narendra Modi will break all.
So a lot of people ask me, Major, why aren't you talking to Pakistan? And I say, A, we shouldn't, and I won't want India to. But B, I think there's a lot of confusion in India, and that has been happening for a very long time. Who do you talk to? Because the foreign minister says something else, and the Prime Minister says something which is exactly the opposite. The Prime Minister is apologizing all over town, saying we have committed a mistake, we have learnt our lesson. And the foreign minister is abusive towards our Prime Minister. Now, who do we believe? Who should we believe? And today's time, I don't think the Shehbaz Sharif government has the diplomatic or the political capital to make any overtures to India or any other country. I don't know till when they'll be in power. Honestly, Imran Khan is snapping at the heels, and people are saying that elections are going to be conducted during summers. I don't know. It could be winters, it could be summers. But any party which comes with a full majority and has the backing of the army is the party that will end up actually making a sort of a substantial offer to India for talks. It's certainly not Shehbaz Sharif, because Shehbaz Sharif does not enjoy majority. And Shehbaz Sharif presides over a government, which is ring-fenced around Islamabad. A lot of my Pakistanis, friends joke that Shehbaz Sharif is the mayor of Islamabad. He's not the Prime Minister of Pakistan. That's what they say, because his party does not have a government anywhere. They're not there in Khyber Pakhtunkhwa, they're not there in Balochistan, they're not there in Punjab, they're not there in Sindh, they're not there in Gilgit-Baltistan, or even the so-called Azad Kashmir, which is actually Pakistan-occupied Kashmir. They're nowhere. They're absolutely nowhere. They're only in that 25-30 mile radius of Islamabad. That's it. And that too is a coalition government. So I don't know what kind of political capital this or political equity this government has to make such claims. I think it's mostly bluster, mostly aimed at the domestic constituency of Pakistan, mostly aimed at trying to get more funds from the world, saying that, hey, we are a peace-loving power, we want peace with India, why don't you give us some money? I think it's that hook that they're throwing into the river, hoping to catch some big fish. That's pretty much about it. Ladies and gentlemen, India's ties with Pakistan are not without a share of comedy. And recently, Pakistan made a big statement, and it said that on the eve of India's Republic Day, 26th of January, so eve is 25th January or so, Prime Minister Modi has sanctioned a false flag operation. And this is from Geo News, and they said that Prime Minister Modi himself has sanctioned a false flag operation by which Indians will claim, and they've mentioned the brigade, 93 Brigade of the Indian Army. So they're talking about the Jammu area, obviously. They're talking about the Jammu area, and they say that the Indian Army will carry out a false flag operation specially sanctioned by the Prime Minister of India. And let me just read what it says. The Pakistani intelligence agencies identified 3 individuals who would play a key role in New Delhi's plan. Bashir, an agent of India's 93 Infantry Brigade, and 2 fellow companions identified as Alam and Aslam. And essentially what they will do is, Bashir, Alam and Aslam, who are actually from Indian Army's 93 Infantry Brigade, will get a few locals together. They'll give them money. This is Pakistan's idea of how a false flag operation is carried out. And What they will do is they will try and infiltrate people inside India. They will claim that these are the people, these are the Pakistanis who have infiltrated inside, and they will carry out IED attacks, and they will carry out attacks and kill a couple of people, and then tell the world that, look, Pakistan is trying to, do terrorism and infiltrate inside India and try to kill people. This is Pakistan's idea of how a false flag operation happens. So, Republic Day has gone by, Republic Day Eve has gone by, there is no false flag operation, nothing of that sort happened, but Pakistanis actually believe that Prime Minister Narendra Modi, he puts everything aside, everything, foreign policy, economic policy, local politics, world leaders, Xi Jinping, Joe Biden, Benjamin Netanyahu, everybody to the corner. Give me a minute, I'd like to conspire against Pakistan. They think this is how India functions. And Pakistanis would actually believe what is written here, because they said that the Indian army will attack its own citizens and try to blemish or try to, sully Pakistan's reputation. Now, Pakistan doesn't have any reputation to talk about. There is nothing to sully here. There is nothing to blacken here. Pakistan's own shenanigans have been Pakistan's undoing. But this is what Pakistan believes. This is what Pakistan says, that, this is exactly what Indian Army is going to do. 93 Brigade has these Alam, Aslam and Bashir and all these guys who will actually go plant bombs, kill their own people and say, hey, look, Pakistan did it. And Pakistanis would buy this hook, line and sinker. And this came out in the national newspaper. This has been discussed on Pakistani television. Geo News, no less. And now the Pakistanis have gone running to the Americans. And Financial Times, the British publication, has warned that Pakistan's economy is at the risk of collapse with the government's failure to revive an International Monetary Fund deal. According to the report, rolling blackouts and severe foreign exchange shortage are making it difficult for businesses to continue operations. Now, you see, Pakistan has also gone begging to the United States and told them that we need your intercession with IMF. Please tell IMF to give us money. Now, I honestly don't understand Pakistan's foreign policy. A few months back, as early as April 2022, the government of Pakistan, and I wouldn't say Imran Khan here, the government of Pakistan, because he was running the government, he was the Prime Minister, the Pakistani government was saying that the United States of America, their State Department no less, was part of a grand conspiracy to topple Pakistan's elected government. This was the official claim. This was what the government of Pakistan had claimed. Now the government changes and the new government says, no, all this is wrong, all this is false. And what we actually want here is the United States intercession, their favor, so that IMF gives us money. Now the world is confused. The world does not know which Pakistani government to believe. Because within a span of a few months, they are saying exactly the opposite things. One government says the United States is conspiring to overthrow the Pakistani government. And the next government which comes says, no, actually, that is wrong. That was misspoken. We need your help to get money from the IMF. Now look at the previous government, The previous government said, we should have, no diplomatic relations with France because of those Prophet Muhammad cartoons. We don't want to have any diplomatic relations. We want to send back the French ambassador. We want to cut off ties with France, and we condemn France and we don't like France. And that was the voice on the street, and that was the voice from the Parliament of Pakistan, the National Assembly. Now suddenly Pakistan does a U-turn, and this government actually takes more than $315 million US from France as aid money. Can you imagine? A few months ago, or maybe even a year ago, they were saying, throw out the French ambassador. Then somebody said, we don't have a French ambassador in Islamabad. It was that bad. And they were saying, no, break off diplomatic tie. France should apologize. France should apologize to Muslims all over the world. No other Muslim country had any problem with France. They said these cartoons are in bad taste and we condemn them. But Pakistanis got together and they burnt half of Lahore. The Tehreek-e-Labbaik Pakistan, they burnt half of Lahore. They damaged public transport. They damaged shops. They went wild inside their own country. There were countrywide protests. And suddenly, this government says, give us money. France gives them money, and all is fine. This is why the world does not trust Pakistan. You do not know which Pakistani government to believe. And it's not just about change in government. I can give you hundreds of examples where the same government has said something in the morning and changed its statement in the evening. This is why Pakistan is not trusted. Now, here is another article which says that following the government's decision, and this is about Pakistan by the way, following the government's decision to end its control over the rupee-dollar exchange rate as part of the International Monetary Fund condition, the currency slid 9.61% or 24.5 rupees to a record low of 255.43 against the US dollar. So they said, that we want to end our control. The government will end its control, over the rupee-dollar exchange rate. And this is what the IMF has demanded from them, that we'll give you money if you do these 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 10 things. And Pakistan actually started doing it. And the day they did it, within 24 hours, the currency crashed. We thought that the currency had crashed earlier, but again it crashed still further. And it's going to crash still further now. It's not that you have 255 rupees in your pocket and you can buy $1. Right? Because this is just the official rate. You have to pay 25, 30 rupees in black. You have to play black market rates to get dollars in Pakistan. And this is Pakistan's financial truth. This country, and it surprises me no end, this country has thousands of, tons of cargo lying in its ports, perishables like vegetables, which people need day to day. They don't have the money to pay for that. Pulses or dal, they don't have the money to pay for that. They don't have $35 million to pay to Google for paid apps. They don't have that kind of money. But they have money to spend $1.2 billion in importing luxury cars and telling their army officers that you can perhaps import 500 odd bulletproof cars and don't pay any tax. The problem is not with Iran, China, Afghanistan or, any one of Pakistan's neighbors here, including India. I think the problem lies with the Pakistani mindset. The problem lies with the fact that Pakistanis have got their priorities all mixed up. You don't have money to import flour. You don't have money to import food grains for your citizens, but you have the money. You somehow find the cash, precious US dollars, to import luxury cars. This is Pakistan for you. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for watching Checkmate. I'll be back again next week with another episode. Till then, have a great weekend. Egypt. Their army marching along Kartavya Path. Now, why is this important? Why was President Al-Sisi here? The Al-Sisi government has taken a very, very tough line against the Muslim Brotherhood. Egypt is a power to be reckoned with locally in that region. Egypt has oil. Egypt has a fragile economy, but nothing that cannot be brought back from the brink. Egypt needs India, and India needs Egypt.
Moving on now to some news in brief. Uttar Pradesh Chief Minister Yogi Adityanath, while presiding over the restoration and consecration of the idol program Neelkant Mahadev Temple in Rajasthan, said that the Sanatan Dharma is the national religion of the country, which every citizen must respect. Prime Minister Narendra Modi will address the annual Prime Minister's rally of the NCC at the Parade Ground in Delhi today. This year, the NCC, the youth wing of the Indian Army, is celebrating 75th anniversary since its inception. Prime Minister Narendra Modi will address the ceremony commemorating the Avtaran Mahotsav of Bhagwan Shri Dev Narayan Ji in Bhilwara in Rajasthan on Prime Minister Narendra Modi. In fact, he will be the chief guest during the program as well. Bhagwan Shri Dev Narayan Ji is worshipped by the people in Rajasthan, and his followers are spread across the length and breadth of the country. He is revered specially for his work towards the public service. Union Home Minister Amit Shah will be arriving in the pole-bound state of Karnataka and he will be attending various events and taking part in road shows organized by the BJP. Reportedly, this is his second such visit to the state within a month. Maharashtra Chief Minister Eknath Shinde said that he is not afraid of the polls that are there in 2024 and that Prime Minister Narendra Modi will break all records and that the NDA will retain its power. Telangana Chief Minister KCR hit out at the ruling BJP in the centre and accused it of being responsible for the rising debts, the increase in price of commodities and raking up the communal issues in the country. Despite the official warning by the Tata Institute of Social Sciences over the screening,
This is live and breaking at 5 p.m. I'm Shah Sawant and a quick check of the headlines. Iconic Mughal garden renamed, now to be known as Amrit Udyan. Two IAF jets, one Sukhoi 30 and Mirage 2000 crash in Morena. One pilot succumbs to injuries. Two pilots seriously injured in the crash, airlifted from the crash site. Political storm over Yogi Adityanath Sanatan Dharam is national religion remark. As BJP gears up for the 2023 elections, Union Home Minister Amit Shah in poll-bound Karnataka. World in shock over video of Tyre Nichols, 29-year-old black man brutally beaten up in police custody. Thank you for staying with Republic. I'm Shah Sawant and we first get to the top story we are tracking in this edition. It is a big move under the Azadi Ka Amrit Mahotsav. The iconic Mughal gardens have now been renamed to Amrit Udyan. Yes, they will open tomorrow and it will stay open for the next 2 months, longer than how it is usually scheduled. This is for the general public. This is the announcement that has been made by the President Office, as it will be inaugurated by the Honorable President tomorrow. Open for 2 months this time for the general public, starting the 31st of January. And open for special categories including farmers and differently abled from the 20th to the 31st. The Mughal gardens in Rashtrapati Bhavan will now be known as Amrit Udyan. Let's listen in.
So this time a self-service kiosk will be installed. A kiosk for demo is placed here. Will be installed outside the gate number 35 in order to save time of the visitors. And the details of entry and exit are given in the press note that is being shared to you. Also, the details of what will be allowed and what will not be allowed are also given in detail in the press note. The main attractions of this year will be, in this year's Udyanotsav, among several other attractions, visitors will be able to see specially cultivated tulips of 12 unique varieties which are expected to bloom in phases. Another addition, which is a new thing this time, that will be QR codes have also been provided on some plants and visitors can scan the codes and get additional information about the tree, plant or the flower. Further, a food court will also be functional for the public during the visit to the gardens. And selfie points have also been provided so that all young and the old visiting the gardens should not forget to take the pictures and have a wonderful memory of the visit. Also, there is a new addition for the convenience of the visitors. Okay, QR codes will be provided for all the plants of the gardens. Also, there is a new addition. Every day, about 20 young professionals who will work as guides will be available to give information, technical information about the various plants and trees to the visitors. Friends, as you know, Rashtrapati Bhavan is home to a rich variety of gardens. Originally, they included East Lawn, Central Lawn, Long Garden and the Circular Garden. During the term of former presidents Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam,
Mughal garden has to do with the Rashtrapati Bhavan. This was a British colonial building much after the Mughals came in, but the Congress government kept the name Mughal Garden, and then they have their loyalties toward Britishers and Mughals. That's why for everything they in city in Delhi is named after Mughals or as a British colony. So this much awaited and much welcome step by the Modi government, where the Mughal garden will be named now as the Amrit Garden. So what can be bigger thing than this in this 75th year of Amrit Mahotsav? And whole of Delhi will welcome this. And then this year when Delhiites will go there, they will find a different name and different aura there. Because Mughals have their...
All right, Manjinder Singh Sirsa from the BJP now with us on the phone line. Manjinder Singh Sirsa, the BJP lauding this move, and really from your point of view, why this was important and what is the larger message it puts out?
No, definitely it is important. Reason being, we are celebrating 75 years of independence, and at that point of time, if the Mughal garden is there, what is the meaning of this Mughal garden? कि हम इसके गुलाम रहे, हम गुलामी के प्रतीक को अपने घर में सजाकर रख रहे हैं, हम गुलामी के प्रतीक की पूजा कर रहे हैं. प्रेज्यूमिंगली हमारे फोर फादर्स के साथ किसी ने बुरा किया हो, हम उसकी फोटो लगा के अपने घर पर रखें और मेहमान आकर पूछें आपने फोटो क्यों लगाई हुई है, तो व्हाट विल बी योर आंसर? कि हम कायर हैं, हम इसकी इसलिए पूजा कर रहे हैं क्योंकि हम अब भी डर रहे हैं. हमारे देश में अपनी संस्कृति है, हमारी अपनी बहुत बड़ी संस्कृति को संभाल कर रखना भी देश की सरकार का और देश के लोगों का फर्ज बनता है. हमारी अपनी सभ्यता है, उसको संभालना हमारा फर्ज बनता है. और देश के 75 साल आजादी के मना रहा है, इसमें उसके ऊपर अगर अमृत महोत्सव के नाम पे चलते उनका नाम रखा गया, तो मुझे लगता है कि पहल बहुत देर पहले हो जानी चाहिए थी. यकीन मानिए हमें बहुत दर्द होता है जब हम देखते हैं औरंगजेब रोड, जब हम देखते हैं बाबर रोड, जब हम देखते हैं हुमायूं रोड. जिन लोगों ने हमारे पे अत्याचार किया, हमारा कत्लेआम किया, उनके नाम पर जब सड़क देखते हैं तो मन में दुख और तकलीफ तो होती है. और अच्छा है, हमें तो खुशी हुई है कि भारत की सरकार ने, भारत के राष्ट्रपति जी ने एक ऐसी सोच जो भारतीयों की सोच है, 125 करोड़ भारतीयों की जो सोच है, उसके अनुकूल 75वें आजादी के मौके पर इसका नाम बदलकर वो नाम रखा है जो भारत की संस्कृति में होना चाहिए.
All right. Many thanks for speaking with Republic. We also have more reactions coming in on this. Let's listen in.
अमृत पी के तो बंदा अमर हो जाता है. बहुत अच्छा नाम है, मुबारक हो, अच्छा है. बेटर सोचना चाहिए, अमृत नाम कोई बुरा नहीं है.
जी, एक जो बात कही जाती है कॉलोनियल माइंडसेट की, उसके तहत जो लगातार नाम चेंज करने की बात कही जा रही है, उस माइंडसेट को कितना बदलना ज़रूरी था? मुगल काल से इस तरह के नाम चले आ रहे हैं और अब मुगल गार्डन को लोग अमृत उद्यान नाम से जानेंगे.
हमारे घर में कोई घुसपैठ करके हमें लूट ले, हमें मारे, हमारी बच्चियों की इज्जत लूटे, तो जितनी देर उनकी चली अब हमारी चलती है, तो उनका उन लोगों का सड़कों पे नाम, पार्कों के नाम लिखने का क्या मतलब है? जिस शख्स ने इंसानियत के लिए काम किया हो, अब अब्दुल हमीद साहब जिसने बहुत बड़ी जुर्रत की, गैरतमंद आदमी, गाजी था, शहीद था, तो उसका नाम बदलें तो लोगों को तकलीफ़ होनी चाहिए. जिन लोगों ने सिर्फ जुल्म और सितम किया, औरंगज़ेब साहब ने कितना जुल्म किया, हमारे दसम पिता गुरु गोविंद सिंह महाराज जी के बेटों को, बच्चों को, साहबजादों को शहीद किया, जुल्म की. गुरु तेग बहादुर जी को, यानी उनका यहाँ चांदनी चौक गवाह है, शीशगंज गुरुद्वारा गवाह है. 9वें पिता गुरु तेग बहादुर जी का शीश उन्होंने कलम किया। तो ऐसे लोगों को नाम को पता याद क्यों रखा जाता, मिटा देना चाहिए।
And while those are the various responses coming in, we now shift our focus after Uttar Pradesh Chief Minister Yogi Adityanath, who said that Sanatan Dharam is the national religion of India, which every citizen must respect, politicizing this statement after Congress NC have attacked Yogi. Let's listen in to what Yogi Adityanath had said and how the opposition is reacting to it.
सनातन शब्द का अर्थ ही प्राचीन है और भारत ही नहीं अपितु संपूर्ण विश्व इस बात को स्वीकार करता है कि सारे धर्मों का उद्गम स्थल सनातन धर्म ही है। वो पारसी हों, यहूदी हों, ईसाई हों, मुस्लिम हों, बौद्ध हों, जैन हों, ये सब एक मत है, धर्म एक ही होता है। इसलिए उन्होंने जिस विषय को लेकर के राजस्थान में एक मंदिर की प्रतिष्ठा में कल जो माननीय मुख्यमंत्री उत्तर प्रदेश ने जो स्टेटमेंट दिया है, मैं उसका समर्थन करता हूँ। और दूसरा जो विषय उन्होंने कहा है कि जो भी जीर्ण शीर्ण स्थान हैं या जिनको अपवित्र किया गया है भारत में, उन सभी स्थानों का पुनः एक बार शुद्ध लेकर के नवीनीकरण किया जाएगा, जिसका एक प्रमाण जो है हमारे यहाँ केदारनाथ से शुरू हुआ, विश्वनाथ भगवान का हुआ, उसके बाद महाकाल का हुआ, विंध्याचली देवी का हुआ, और भी अनेकों ऐसे भारत के प्राचीन स्थान हैं जिनका जीर्णोद्धार अगर शासन अपने स्तर पर ये करवाता है तो मुझे लगता है कि भगवान शिव की कृपा राजा की बुद्धि के ऊपर हुई है और एक राजा को इस प्रकार का व्यवहार करना चाहिए। सर्वधर्म समभाव का जो संदेश भारत की संस्कृति और सभ्यता देती है, उसका पालन करना प्रत्येक नागरिक का कर्तव्य और दायित्व होना चाहिए।
उन्होंने ये भी कहा है कि 500 साल बाद राम मंदिर का निर्माण शुरू हुआ, उसी की तर्ज पर जितने अब जो अपवित्र धार्मिक स्थल हैं उनका भी जीर्णोद्धार किया जाएगा।
भगवान श्री राम की जन्मभूमि में जो मंदिर का निर्माण चल रहा है, हम सब लोग उस आंदोलन के भागी रहे हैं और वो माननीय सर्वोच्च न्यायालय के द्वारा एक निर्णय हुआ जिसको दोनों पक्षों ने सहर्ष स्वीकार किया। राम मंदिर के निर्माण के साथ में मंदिर की थोड़ी दूरी पर एक मस्जिद का निर्माण भी किया जा रहा है, जिसमें किसी को कोई आपत्ति नहीं है। तो मंदिर का निर्माण हमारे पूर्वजों ने जो वहाँ बलिदान दिया था पिछले 400-500 वर्ष से, बहुत से महात्माओं और भक्तों ने वहाँ अपने प्राणों की आहुतियाँ दी थी, उसका बनना बहुत अनिवार्य था। और भगवान राम हमारे रोम रोम में रमते हैं। भारत का कोई भी नागरिक ऐसा नहीं जिसके अंदर राम का वंश नहीं है।
महाराज जी, सनातन को लेकर इस समय बहुत चर्चा है। दूसरे धर्म की तरफ से कहा जा रहा है कि सनातन को लेकर जितनी चर्चा है ऐसा कुछ नहीं है, सब एक है। और ऐसा जो धर्म परिवर्तन
जो सहनशील होते हैं, समुद्र सहनशील है, समुद्र की ही चर्चा होती है, नदियों की नहीं, क्योंकि सारी नदियां समुद्र से ही निकलती हैं और समुद्र में ही जाके मिल जाती हैं। इसलिए सनातन जो है समुद्र का स्वरूप है, इसलिए समुद्र हृदय सनातन धर्म का है। इसलिए हमारे यहाँ भारत में एक प्राचीन संस्कृति रही है। पिछले 2 से 2500-3000 वर्ष तक का भी इतिहास अगर हम देखते हैं तो जितने भी मत और संप्रदाय और धर्म बने हैं, सबको शरण भारत ने दिया है। यही सहनशीलता सनातन धर्म की विशेषता है।
धर्म भारत का राष्ट्रीय धर्म है। हम सब अपने व्यक्तिगत स्वार्थों से ऊपर उठ करके अपने इस राष्ट्रीय धर्म के साथ जुड़ते हैं। हमारा देश सुरक्षित हो, हमारे मान बिंदुओं की पुनर्स्थापना हो, गौ ब्राह्मण की रक्षा हो, किसी कालखंड में अगर हमारे धर्मस्थलों को अपवित्र किया गया है, उनकी पुनर्स्थापना का एक अभियान चले। और इस अभियान का क्रम आज आप देख रहे होंगे। अयोध्या में 500 वर्षों के बाद प्रधानमंत्री मोदी जी के प्रयास से भगवान राम के भव्य मंदिर के निर्माण का कार्य आज पूरा होने जा रहा है।
देखिए, ऐसा है कि हर एक धर्म को दूसरे धर्म का सम्मान करना चाहिए। राष्ट्र का धर्म होना चाहिए इंसाफ। हम एक कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन के साथ जुड़े हुए हैं। हिंदुस्तान जब आज़ाद हुआ तो एक कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन बना, जो परसों ही हमने दिन मनाया 26 जनवरी 1950 में। एक कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन के साथ हम जुड़ गए। तो उस कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन में ही ये गारंटी दी गई कि हिंदुस्तान के अंदर फेडरल स्ट्रक्चर होगा और फेडरल स्ट्रक्चर के अंदर हर एक धर्म को अपनी आज़ादी होगी कि वो अपने अपने धर्म का पालन करेगा और जियो और जीने दो की पॉलिसी पर हमको आगे चलना है।
नहीं, उन्होंने कहा कि सनातन धर्म राष्ट्रीय धर्म है, तो तमाम बौद्ध और धर्म के साथियों को फ़ोन आया कि इसका क्या मतलब कि हमारा धर्म नहीं है, तो वही हमने पूछ लिया। और पूछना चाहिए, स्पष्टीकरण देना चाहिए। और सनातन धर्म तो आदिकाल का धर्म है और सम्मान है मुझे पूरा। इसके अस्तित्व के नकारने वाला मूर्ख हो सकता है, तो वो तो नहीं है। बस इतना जानना चाहता है कि और धर्मों का स्थान है कि नहीं।
Illicit liquor smugglers attacked the police team of the excise department in Bihar's Bhojpur. The police team was attacked during a raid. Male and female officers were attacked brutally with bricks and stones. As the smugglers resorted to stone pelting, 11 policemen were injured in the operation and 4 police vehicles of the excise department were damaged.
भागा नटोली का सूचना प्राप्त था कि वहाँ चुलाई शराब बनाते हैं और बेचते हैं जी। उसमें हम लोग दलबल के साथ वहाँ छापामारी करने गए थे। छापामारी करके 3-4 व्यक्तियों को गिरफ्तार भी किए थे।
This is second such incident of attack on the product department team within a month. An FIR has been registered in the case. However, no arrest has been made so far. Multiple such incidents reported in the dry state of Bihar. Questions over law and order have only been on the rise. Bureau Report, Republic TV.
A Sukhoi 30 and Mirage 2000 aircraft crashed near Morena, Madhya Pradesh. Search and rescue operations were launched. The 2 aircrafts had taken off from the Gwalior Air Base where an exercise was going on. Two pilots were on board Su-30 and 1 pilot was on board Mirage 2000. 2 of these pilots who sustained injuries in the incident had ejected safely, while 1 pilot has been martyred. The 2 pilots who were on board Sukhoi 30 had ejected safely, have been injured. They have been airlifted and they were later shifted to a hospital for further treatment. Uttar Pradesh Chief Minister Yogi Adityanath, while presiding over the restoration and desecration of the idol program Neelkant Mahadev Temple in Rajasthan, said that Sanatan Dharma is the national religion of India, which every citizen must respect.
हमारा सनातन धर्म भारत का राष्ट्रीय धर्म है। हम सब अपने व्यक्तिगत स्वार्थों से ऊपर उठ करके अपने इस राष्ट्रीय धर्म के साथ जुड़ते हैं।
A political storm has broken out over UP Chief Minister Yogi Adityanath's Sanatan Dharma remark. Congress and NC have hit out saying all religions must be respected in India. Delhi University has formed a 7-member panel to probe the January 27 ruckus outside Arts faculty over BBC documentary screening. The committee, headed by DU Proctor Rajni Abbey, has been asked to submit its report to Vice Chancellor Yogesh Singh by 5 p.m. on January 30th. As BJP gears up for 2023 elections, Union Home Minister Amit Shah holds mega roadshow in poll-bound Karnataka. Time now for a short commercial break. On the other side, as BJP gears up for 2023 elections, Union Home Minister Amit Shah is in poll-bound Karnataka. World in shock over video of Tyre Nichols, 29-year-old black man brutally beaten up in police custody.
Egypt, their army marching along Kartavya Path. Now, why is this important? Why was President Al-Sisi here? The Al-Sisi government has taken a very, very tough line against the Muslim Brotherhood. Egypt is a power to be reckoned with locally in that region. Egypt has oil. Egypt has a fragile economy, but nothing that cannot be brought back from the brink. Egypt needs India, and India needs Egypt.
Moving on now to some news in brief. Uttar Pradesh Chief Minister Yogi Adityanath, while presiding over the restoration and consecration of the idol program Neelkant Mahadev Temple in Rajasthan, said that the Sanatan Dharma is the national religion of the country, which every citizen must respect. Prime Minister Narendra Modi will address the annual Prime Minister's rally of the NCC at the Parade Ground in Delhi today. This year, the NCC, the youth wing of the Indian Army, is celebrating 75th anniversary since its inception. Prime Minister Narendra Modi will address the ceremony commemorating the Avtaran Mahotsav of Bhagwan Shri Dev Narayan Ji in Bhilwara in Rajasthan on Prime Minister Narendra Modi. In fact, he will be the chief guest during the program as well. Bhagwan Shri Dev Narayan Ji is worshipped by the people in Rajasthan, and his followers are spread across the length and breadth of the country. He is revered specially for his work towards the public service. Union Home Minister Amit Shah will be arriving in the pole-bound state of Karnataka, and he will be attending various events and taking part in roadshows organized by the BJP. Reportedly, this is his second such visit to the state within a month. Maharashtra Chief Minister Eknath Shinde said that he is not afraid of the polls that are there in 2024, and that Prime Minister Narendra Modi will break all records and that the NDA will retain its power. Telangana Chief Minister KCR hit out at the ruling BJP in the centre and accused it of being responsible for the rising debts, the increase in price of commodities, and raking up the communal issues in the country. Despite the official warning by the Tata Institute of Social Sciences over the screening of the BBC documentary on Prime Minister Narendra Modi, Mumbai Students' Union protested on the campus and handed out the QR codes allowing access to the BBC docuseries.
सर TSD कब कंट्रोवर्शियल बन गई?
TSD की बेसिकली कंट्रोवर्सी स्टार्ट हुई टाटरा से, जब जनरल वीके को पैसा ऑफर टाटरा बिक रहा था. इट वाज पार्ट ऑफ द इक्विपमेंट ऑफ द आर्मी. प्रॉब्लम ये थी कि उसकी कॉस्टिंग जो थी वो बहुत ज्यादा हाई थी, क्योंकि वो 3-4 जगह से घूम के अलग अलग लेवल पे लोग अपना प्रॉफिट कमा के हमको बेच रहे थे. और हमको भी क्या बेच रहे थे? तो बेसिकली BML को बेच रहे थे. BML खुद नहीं बना रहा था, इट वाज जस्ट अ मीडिएटर. तो जनरल वीके सिंह का ये था कि मैं 50 लाख का ट्रक 1 करोड़ में क्यों खरीदूं? शुड कम डायरेक्टली फ्रॉम टाटरा. उसके बाद ये कंट्रोवर्सी क्रिएट की गई.
As Pakistan grapples with an economic crisis, its finance minister Ishaq Dar has put the onus of the country's development on God.
पाकिस्तान दुनिया में रहने के लिए अल्लाह ताला ने कायम किया है. ये एक वाहिद मुल्क है जो कलमा शरीफ के नाम पे बना था. इवन सऊदी अरेबिया कलमा शरीफ के नाम पे नहीं बना. तो अगर अल्लाह ताला ने इसको क्रिएट किया तो इसकी हिफाजत, इसकी तरक्की, इसकी खुशहाली भी अल्लाह ताला की जिम्मेदारी.
From a major power outage to crippling economic crisis, it's crisis after crisis for Pakistan. Pakistan is now at the mercy of external financing and is appealing to God now the last resort for Pakistan. Bureau Report, Republic TV.
When the Prime Minister said we should have growth, we should have development, we should have globalization with less debt, he has had the legitimacy to talk about it. There is a performance. So whether in terms of Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam, whether in terms of environmental culture or cultural economics, I think India has a functioning model to show to the world. This G20 is an opportunity for India to pack its ideas and present to the world. Here is an alternative model, functioning model. It is not a theoretical model. It is not something which we have brought from libraries. It is working on the ground.
their army marching along Kartavya Path. Now, why is this important? Why was President Al-Sisi here? The Al-Sisi government has taken a very, very tough line against the Muslim Brotherhood. Egypt is a power to be reckoned with locally in that region. Egypt has oil. Egypt has a fragile economy, but nothing that cannot be brought back from the brink. Egypt needs India, and India needs Egypt. Egypt, their army marching along Kartavya Path. Now, why is this important? Why was President Al-Sisi here? The Al-Sisi government has taken a very, very tough line against the Muslim Brotherhood. Egypt is a power to be reckoned with locally in that region. Egypt has oil. Egypt has a fragile economy, but nothing that cannot be brought back from the brink. Egypt needs India, and India needs Egypt. Egypt, their army marching along Kartavya Path. Now, why is this important? Why was President Al-Sisi here? The Al-Sisi government has taken a very, very tough line against the Muslim Brotherhood. Egypt is a power to be reckoned with locally in that region. Egypt has oil. Egypt has a fragile economy, but nothing that cannot be brought back from the brink. Egypt needs India, and India needs Egypt. Egypt, their army marching along Kartavya Path. Now, why is this important? Why was President Al-Sisi here? The Al-Sisi government has taken a very, very tough line against the Muslim Brotherhood. Egypt is a power to be reckoned with locally in that region. Egypt has oil. Egypt has a fragile economy, but nothing that cannot be brought back from the brink. Egypt needs India, and India needs Egypt. Egypt, their army marching along Kartavya Path. Now, why is this important? Why was President Al-Sisi here? The Al-Sisi government has taken a very, very tough line against the Muslim Brotherhood. Egypt is a power to be reckoned with locally in that region. Egypt has oil. Egypt has a fragile economy, but nothing that cannot be brought back from the brink. Egypt needs India, and India needs Egypt. Egypt, their army marching along Kartavya Path. Now, why is this important? Why was President Al-Sisi here? The Al-Sisi government has taken a very, very tough line against the Muslim Brotherhood. Egypt is a power to be reckoned with locally in that region. Egypt has oil. Egypt has a fragile economy, but nothing that cannot be brought back from the brink. Egypt needs India, and India needs Egypt. Egypt, their army marching along Kartavya Path. Now, why is this important? Why was President Al-Sisi here? The Al-Sisi government has taken a very, very tough line against the Muslim Brotherhood. Egypt is a power to be reckoned with locally in that region. Egypt has oil. Egypt has a fragile economy, but nothing that cannot be brought back from the brink.
India's real estate sector has been booming on an upward growth trajectory in recent times. As per IBEF report, India's real estate sector is poised to reach $1 trillion in market size by 2030. The industry has gone through a radical transformation with focus on flexibility, agility, and keeping in mind the customer's requirement. Changing demographics, lifestyles, and developing businesses are driving the growth in this sector. One company that has capitalized on these growth drivers and has delivered cutting-edge innovative solutions is G-Square. G-Square has emerged as an undisputed market leader and is considered as South India's most reliable brand in land aggregation and plot development space. Today, on G-Square's Developing Dreams in association with Republic Media Network, let's look at the organization's journey in this booming sector.
G-Square is South India's largest plot promoter, and in terms of the acquisitions of the customers also, we have done close to 6,000 acquisitions in the last 14 15 months of business operations. Largest in terms of the square feet that we have built. We have done close to 1,000 acres of development. Largest in terms of the spreads, 7 cities. That has made us the largest. We are very excited to be the largest, South India's largest plot promoters. And we have done a lot of land aggregation for corporates. And now we saw that there was possibly an opportunity for us to do a lot of communities, a lot of layouts, product development space. We also saw that the apartment space was getting oversupplied, overheated. So we thought that there is a phenomenal opportunity lying ahead of us, in front of us, and we should use those opportunities. And we thought we'll be definitely able to do a lot of value addition in the space of what we are operating, layouts and the product development space. Here we are doing 60 plus projects, and so every project of us, whatever we're doing, is very unique in the offering. And I think we have been able to synergize, and we have been able to resonate a lot with the consumers in terms of what they want and what we are offering.
Investment in real estate sectors comes with a lot of hassle, where we see discrepancies in legal documents, loan approvals and project delivery dates. G Square is known for conducting smooth transactions and living up to the promises on final delivery, earning happy customers in return.
Hi, I'm Chalapati Rao. இவர் எங்கள் அப்பா கிருஷ்ணா ராவ். நான் ஓஎம்ஆரில் G Square கிறிஸ்டல்ன்ற plot பார்த்துருந்தேன் இனிஷியலாக. I really liked it. And then I went back to my home. I spoke to my parents. இனிஷியலாக அவங்க வந்து கண்டிப்பாக ஓஎம்ஆரில் இட்ஸ் நாட் அஃபோர்டபுள் ப்ரைஸ்ன்னு சொல்லிட்டு இருந்தாங்க. இட்ஸ் நாட் ஈஸி டு பை அப்படின்னு சொல்லிட்டு இருக்கும்போது ஐ ஜஸ்ட் ஸ்போக் டு மை பேரண்ட்ஸ். ஓகே, நம்ம போய் பார்க்கலாம், விசிட் பண்ணலான்னு பார்த்தோம். ஆக்சுவலாக we really liked it and we walked out with booking a plot and we have done a registration. I'm extremely satisfied with G Square. The complete service from initial phase to the registration till patta, in between loan arrangements, documentation, legal. If you see, multiple steps are getting involved. From step 1 to the step 10, we are getting excellent support. And it's not easy. We'll get the great support from other competitors.
G Square has a proven impeccable track record. It focuses on affordability with best-in-class features, amenities and relationship with customers that has always been a talk of town. Till date, G Square has delivered 1,000 acres of land to its customers. What makes G Square unique is their premium infrastructure such as black-top roads, street lights, ready-to-construct plot at prime locations, hassle-free registration process, zero-cost maintenance for 5 years, and post-purchase services like guidance for construction.
If I have to say that, why would somebody want to buy from us? First point is the prime location. The second point is amenities which we offer. So any project of us, if you see, it will have between 20 to 150 odd amenities and facilities and features based on the size and the scale of the project. And I think that has had a phenomenal acceptance from the end consumer. And the third factor which I see is also very, very important is on the legal front. All our projects are very much legal, complied, in the sense it's approved with the local authorities. 1, 2, it has the RERA certification, and all the financial institutions, banks approve these projects. So it's very hassle-free in terms of a legal point of view. And we have acquired some 6,000 odd customers, but we don't have even one legal issue against the company. There's not even one legal issue. So I think this is a definitive edge. A fourth point which I would also say is that we offer a 5-year free maintenance, which is really an important impossible thing for any other real estate developer to offer, because any damage possibly on the road, street light, amenities, facilities, has to get redone, and what we have told to the consumers is that we would redo it for you in the 5-year span in case those things happen. So this is a very important feature. Why would somebody want to buy with us? Fifth point is, it is not that the financial transactions are over between the company and the individual, that we just leave you after that. So there's a lot of after purchase and registration guidance that we do in terms of helping you to build your own home. So I think that these things make us very unique and from any other people who would want to do a plots or who is doing plots right now. See, if you see any of our projects, right, be it from a small projects of say 40-50 plots up to a project which runs to possibly 1,500 plots which we sell, right? So everything has some other features available for the end consumer to enjoy, be it from a safety, security onwards to an entertainment and a leisure. So we cater to everything.
ஸோ ஹொசூரில் பார்த்திங்கன்னா உங்கள் லொக்கேஷன் வந்து நல்லா சென்ட்ரல் அமைஞ்சிருக்கு. அண்டு அந்த என்விரான்மெண்ட்டு பக்கத்தில் ஸ்கூல்ஸு, காலேஜஸ்ஸு எல்லாமே நியர்பையாக இருக்குது, ரயில்வே ஸ்டேஷன் நியர்பையாக இருக்குது. ஸோ ஏன் எனக்கு அந்த லொக்கேஷன் ரொம்ப பிடிச்சிருந்து அப்படின்னா, உள்ளே நல்லா டெவலப் பண்ணியிருக்காங்க, நல்ல அம்யூனிட்டிஸு, அப்புறம் உள்ளே ரோடு, நல்ல லைட்ஸு. ஸோ வந்து ஒரு ஃபேமிலிக்கு நல்லா செட் ஆகிற மாதிரி நல்ல ஒரு உள்ளே எல்லாமே பண்ணி கொடுத்துருக்காங்க A to Z. லீகல் டீம் பொறுத்த வரைக்கும் டாக்குமெண்ட்டில் ஒரு ப்ராப்ளம் கிடையாது. நம்மக்கிட்ட வந்து என்னென்ன டாக்குமெண்ட் வேணுமோ அவங்களே கேட்டு வாங்கிக்கிறாங்க. அதே மாதிரி அவங்க சைட்லேயும் என்னென்ன டாக்குமெண்ட் இருக்கோ எல்லாமே டிரான்ஸ்பரண்ட்டாக இருக்குது. எதுவுமே மறைச்சு பண்ணணும் அப்படிங்கிற ஒரு எதுவுமே கிடையாது. ஸோ கஸ்டமர் ரிலேட்டிவ் வந்து பார்த்திங்கன்னா 5 years ஃப்ரீயாக மெயின்டைன்ஸ் பண்ணி கொடுக்குறாங்க. ஆனால் வந்து ஃப்ரீ பட்டா ப்ரொவைட் பண்ணுறாங்க, அவங்களே வீடு தேடி கொண்டு வந்து கொடுக்குறாங்க. அண்ட் எனி சப்போர்ட்டாக இருந்தாலும் நம்ம வந்து கால் பண்ணி சொன்னாலே போதும்.
Egypt, their army marching along Kartavya Path. Now, why is this important? Why was President Al-Sisi here? The Al-Sisi government has taken a very, very tough line against the Muslim Brotherhood. Egypt is a power to be reckoned with locally in that region. Egypt has oil. Egypt has a fragile economy, but nothing that cannot be brought back from the brink. Egypt needs India, and India needs Egypt.
Moving on now to some news in brief. Uttar Pradesh Chief Minister Yogi Adityanath, while presiding over the restoration and consecration of the idol program Neelkant Mahadev Temple in Rajasthan, said that the Sanatan Dharma is the national religion of the country which every citizen must respect. Prime Minister Narendra Modi will address the annual Prime Minister's rally of the NCC at the Parade Ground in Delhi today. This year, the NCC, the youth wing of the Indian Army, is celebrating 75th anniversary since its inception. Prime Minister Narendra Modi will address the ceremony commemorating the Avtaran Mahotsav of Bhagwan Shri Dev Narayan Ji in Bhilwara in Rajasthan on Prime Minister Narendra Modi. In fact, he will be the chief guest during the program as well. Bhagwan Shri Dev Narayan Ji is worshipped by the people in Rajasthan, and his followers are spread across the length and breadth of the country. He is revered specially for his work towards the public service. Union Home Minister Amit Shah will be arriving in the pole-bound state of Karnataka, and he will be attending various events and taking part in roadshows organized by the BJP. Reportedly, this is his second such visit to the state within a month. Maharashtra Chief Minister Eknath Shinde said that he is not afraid of the polls that are there in 2024, and that Prime Minister Narendra Modi will break all records and that the NDA will retain its power. Telangana Chief Minister KCR hit out at the ruling BJP in the center and accused it of being responsible for the rising debts, the increase in price of commodities, and raking up the communal issues in the country. Despite the official warning by the Tata Institute of Social Sciences over the screening of the BBC documentary on Prime Minister Narendra Modi, Mumbai Students' Union protested on the campus and handed out the QR codes allowing access to the BBC docuseries. Illicit liquor smugglers attacked the police team of the excise department, which had won 2 raids after receiving information of the sale of illegal liquor in Bhojpur district of Bihar. In fact, 11 policemen were injured in this entire altercation, and along with this, the smugglers damaged 4 vehicles of the excise department by pelting stones, and no arrests as of now have been made. The Central Bureau of Investigation issues notice to the Kadapa MP Y.S. Avinash Reddy again. Reddy is set to appear before the CBI today in connection with the Vivekanand Reddy murder case. And Vivekanand Reddy, the younger brother of the late AP CM Y.S. Rajshekhar Reddy, was murdered at his home in March 2019. And the case was transferred to the Hyderabad CBI on direction of the Supreme Court. In a near rerun of the hit and drag case, the motorist allegedly rammed his car into a scooter and dragged the rider on its roof for over 350 meters in the Keshapuram area of the national capital. A total
Property buyers are often faced with a common predicament of choosing an apartment or a plot. Both have their own set of advantages and drawbacks. While the final choice is based on many important factors in buyer preferences, Mr. Ishwar recommends the idea of buying a piece of land over an apartment.
See, why would really one want to buy a plot and not an apartment? Okay, we all understand and know the hassles of apartments, right? So, right from the delay on the construction, right from the quality in which the house has been delivered, and right from the additional charges that the builder charges on the end consumer, and for somebody to buy an apartment, it's very expensive according to me, simply because of the one simple fact that all the interest component that the builder takes, either to construct the apartment or to buy the land and do that, all these things are all factored into the costs that the cost that the customer ends up paying. So I think at least apartments are possibly higher costed by 15%, which possibly makes it very expensive. Compared to also to the fact that the amount of land that you would get registered in your name. Suppose if you're buying a 1,500 square feet apartment, only possibly a 500 or 600 square feet would get registered into your name as a UDS, but you would end up paying for all 1,500 square feet. You end up paying for all the facilities and a whole lot of things that comes with apartments as a category of housing. So what do we see is that in comparison to this, and in the visualization of what has happened in the apartment for the last 8-10 years of the evolution of apartments, we see plots as a very good investment or even a place to live value proposition as an for the end consumers. And there's been significant oversupply in the apartment space as well. So when there's been so much oversupply in the apartment space as such, what happens is that they don't appreciate at all. In the last 4-5 years, if you see across markets in India, the apartments have not appreciated. What you were able to buy possibly 2-3 years back, you can actually buy it in the same price right now also. But it is not the same case with the plots. and I'm sure we all had our own stories of plots where we had spoken about lost opportunities of saying that there was a plot available very close to my place. My mom missed an opportunity, my uncle missed an opportunity. We've been keeping on talking about the story for ages, and I think we'll keep talking about the story for ages to come as well. So plots, very simply if I have to say, are investment vehicles which ever appreciate, and apartments don't do it at all. They just depreciate, and obviously plots give you a lot of flexibility in the way that you want to build a house, and the apartments don't do it at all.
Along with the luxury of building their dream home the way buyers want, resale value is also another key reason why people choose to invest in plots. G Square is an established market leader in this space.
The plots contribute only to 5% of the real estate market in Tamil Nadu as such, and in South as such. But I think after the entry of G Square and after the slew of projects that we have done and so much of sales that we have done, the category has inflated from 5% to 15%. So because of the entry of one player and making it more affordable for people to buy, and making it a lot more legitimate for people to buy, I think has just inflated the category from 5 to 15%, and we see that at least moving up to 25 to 30% in the next 2 years. And a lot of people have who had aspirations to buy plots has got fulfilled now with the help of G Square and with the help of what we ended up offering.
As per the IBEF report of July 2022, the Indian real estate sector has seen a steep growth in recent times, especially in the demand for office as well as residential spaces. By 2025, it will contribute to 13% of the country's GDP.
I think the consumers' mindset has changed. The behavior of the consumers has also changed in the last 2 years after COVID, and their experiences of buying apartments. So what the consumer possibly thought when they purchased an apartment has not been fulfilled. Because of which I think there has been a significant shift in the buying cycle of the consumer, where they have shifted from buying from apartments to plots. And I see this category inflating, as I was talking earlier, across all the markets in India, not only South but also in the other sides of other parts of the India. And this shift I see will be there for a long time to come. So I think this shift will be there for another 8-10 years to come, and there will be diminishing people who will not want to buy apartments and then will end up buying plots. So this trend has already started, and I think this trend is here to remain for a long time.
G Square has been a game changer in the southern region and an undisputed market leader. A major part of this success is credited to their brilliant employees who have given their time and expertise over the years.
I think the huge challenge was to set up a right team. And when that happened, so I had to really had this time of handpicking the team. And when the handpicking of the team happened, and when everybody joined on board, and when the business started to move, I think that is where we saw the traction of work happening. So the success has been phenomenal because of the team that's there right now, because of the experience that they bring on board, because they know what to do, how to do, when to do. So I think that helped a lot. We are a very employee-attached company. So a very employee-attached company in the sense that the kind of things that we do for the employees are phenomenal. I don't think any Indian company would even end up doing something like that. Example, for the first 80 employees who joined the company recognized the first 80 employees who joined and gave them half a ground of a plotted development space on OMR. So that itself would cost around 60 to 70 lakh of rupees. So that's something that we have done for the employees, one. And two, the kind of incentives and perks that we pay for the employees is also on very, very high from any industry standard. So in the last 14-15 months of business operations that we have done, we have taken targets. We have achieved those targets as well. So what we have done for them when they achieve the targets is that we have paid them a 12 months salary bonus. So you imagine you work for 12 months and you get a 12-month salary bonus. So that's something that we have done for the employees. And this is apart from the incentives that every department ends up making. So that's something for the employees. The top 15 employees have been given, cars that ranges from 15 lakhs onwards upwards. So these kind of facilities is what we have done to the employees, and the amount of effort that they have done for the company is the only reason that the company has been able to achieve so much. And what we are doing back to the employees is only a recognition to that fact.
G Square is committed to serve the society through various CSR activities, including women empowerment, car-free Sunday, supporting para-athletes, etc.
G Square has always been a socially conscious company. There are a lot of initiatives that the company has taken in the last 14-15 months. We also recognize and sponsor differently abled sports athletes who have represented India in the international platform and won medals for India. So we have done it for 10 athletes right now, and we intend to do it for at least 100 athletes across India. So these are the few initiatives that we have done, that we have taken care to be done. We are also right now focusing on women empowerment. We would at least want to change lives of at least 1,000 women in India in the next 9 to 12 months is what we think. So a lot of initiatives that we want to take. These initiatives for us is not a marketing initiatives, but it really comes from the heart, and we really want to do something back to the society. And every initiative of this, if you see, for us, is done consistently over a period of time. So it is not that one initiative we take and then we don't do it after that. So we do it for a very long time, and we find a lot of happiness in doing it, and we will continue to do that.
With innovative projects and intelligent solutions, G Square is delivering products that are in sync with modern customer demands, thereby significantly contributing to building modern India and creating greater value for customers and investors.
Egypt, their army marching along Kartavya Path. Now, why is this important? Why was President Al-Sisi here? The Al-Sisi government has taken a very, very tough line against the Muslim Brotherhood. Egypt is a power to be reckoned with locally in that region. Egypt has oil. Egypt has a fragile economy, but nothing that cannot be brought back from the brink. Egypt needs India, and India needs Egypt.
Moving on now to some news in brief. Uttar Pradesh Chief Minister Yogi Adityanath, while presiding over the restoration and consecration of the idol program Neelkant Mahadev Temple in Rajasthan, said that the Sanatan Dharma is the national religion of the country, which every citizen must respect. Prime Minister Narendra Modi will address the annual Prime Minister's rally of the NCC at the Parade Ground in Delhi today. This year, the NCC, the youth wing of the Indian Army, is celebrating 75th anniversary since its inception. Prime Minister Narendra Modi will address the ceremony commemorating the Avtaran Mahotsav of Bhagwan Shri Dev Narayan Ji in Bhilwara in Rajasthan on Prime Minister Narendra Modi. In fact, he will be the chief guest during the program as well. Bhagwan Shri Dev Narayan Ji is worshipped by the people in Rajasthan and his followers are spread across the length and breadth of the country. He is revered specially for his work towards the public service. Union Home Minister Amit Shah will be arriving in the pole-bound state of Karnataka and he will be attending various events and taking part in roadshows organized by the BJP. Reportedly, this is his second such visit to the state within a month. Maharashtra Chief Minister Eknath Shinde said that he is not afraid of the polls that are there in 2024 and that Prime Minister Narendra Modi will break all records and that the NDA will retain its power. Telangana Chief Minister KCR hit out at the ruling BJP in the centre and accused it of being responsible for the rising debts, the increase in price of commodities and raking up the communal issues in the country. Despite the official warning by the Tata Institute of Social Sciences over the screening of the BBC documentary on Prime Minister Narendra Modi, Mumbai Students' Union protested on the campus and handed out the QR codes allowing access to the BBC docuseries. Illicit liquor smugglers attacked the police team of the excise department, which had won 2 raids after receiving information of the sale of illegal liquor in Bhojpur district of Bihar. In fact, 11 policemen were injured in this entire altercation, and along with this, the smugglers damaged 4 vehicles of the excise department by pelting stones, and no arrests as of now have been made.
और माननीय प्रधानमंत्री जी की झलक पाकर यहां पर सभी बहुत उत्साहित हैं। तिरंगे को लहराकर उनका अभिवादन कर रहे हैं, उन्हें सलाम कर रहे हैं, उन्हें नमस्ते कर रहे हैं और प्रधानमंत्री भी अपना हाथ हिलाकर रेसिप्रोकेट कर रहे हैं। ये क्षण बेहद महत्वपूर्ण, एक बहुत ही यादगार पल। Today, the audience is going to witness the flagging in of the NCC Unity Flame Run. They will see the release of special day cover and a specially minted coin that will commemorate the celebration of 75 years of the National Cadet Corps. Once a cadet, always a cadet is what Prime Minister had said once. He himself is a NCC cadet. प्रधानमंत्री ने एक भारत श्रेष्ठ भारत का आह्वान किया है और आज का जो कार्यक्रम आपके समक्ष होगा उसमें एनसीसी के कैडेट्स द्वारा इसी थीम पर एक सांस्कृतिक कार्यक्रम का आयोजन भी होगा और फिर प्राइज डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन सेरेमनी, जिसके बाद यहां पर उपस्थित ऑडियंस को माननीय प्रधानमंत्री नरेंद्र मोदी जी संबोधित भी करेंगे, लेकिन फिलहाल वो एनसीसी परेड का निरीक्षण करते हुए। Delhi Directorate being led by Gautam Chandra. पंजाब, हरियाणा, हिमाचल प्रदेश और चंडीगढ़ निदेशालय का नेतृत्व कर रहे हैं कैडेट वीरेंद्र सिंह। तमिलनाडु निदेशालय को लीड कर रहे हैं कैडेट नवीन कुमार। वेस्ट बंगाल और सिक्किम के निदेशालय का नेतृत्व कर रहे हैं कैडेट सुभाजीत घोष। और अब उत्तर प्रदेश का निदेशालय जिसे लीड कर रहे हैं कैडेट वैभव। माननीय प्रधानमंत्री जी की उपस्थिति से जरूर उनका मनोबल बढ़ रहा होगा। केरला कंटिंजेंट लीड कर रहे हैं कैडेट जोयल ज्योतिष। राजस्थान निदेशालय को कमान कर रहे हैं कैडेट देवेंद्र। और अब गार्ड ऑफ ऑनर के आर्मी विंग का दस्ता जिसे लीड कर रहे हैं कैडेट आदित्य। गार्ड ऑफ ऑनर के नौसेना विंग का दस्ता उसे कमान कर रहे हैं कैडेट ऋषि सिंह। और उसके बाद गार्ड ऑफ ऑनर के वायुसेना विंग के दस्ते का नेतृत्व कर रहे हैं कैडेट विपुल वैष्णव। गार्ड ऑफ ऑनर का जो चौथा दस्ता है वो छात्रा विंग का है और उसे लीड कर रही हैं कैडेट साक्षी सिंह। ओडिशा निदेशालय का नेतृत्व कर रहे हैं कैडेट चौधरी पात्रा। जम्मू कश्मीर और लद्दाख निदेशालय की बात करें तो उसे कमान कर रहे हैं कैडेट अभिषेक शर्मा। और पीछे जो आप म्यूजिकल बैंड देख रहे हैं जो कि मधुर स्वर लहरियां इस शाम में गुंजा रहे हैं। This is the musical band for today's parade, which is a combined NCC band. आंध्र प्रदेश और तेलंगाना देशालय का नेतृत्व कैडेट ए सुलोचना देवी। कर्नाटका गोवा को कमान कर रहे हैं कैडेट संदीप सिंह। गुजरात निदेशालय इस कंटिंजेंट को लीड कर रहे हैं कैडेट ईश्वर सिंह। नॉर्थ ईस्ट रीजन निदेशालय का नेतृत्व कर रहे हैं कैडेट दीप लिंबू। मध्य प्रदेश एवं छत्तीसगढ़ को कमान कर रहे हैं कैडेट समीर कुशवाहा। और ये है बिहार और झारखंड का दस्ता जिसे लीड कर रहे हैं कैडेट राहुल कुमार। तो जो 17 डायरेक्टरेट्स हैं राष्ट्रीय कैडेट कोर के, उनके ये दस्ते जिसका निरीक्षण किया माननीय प्रधानमंत्री जी ने। और जो स्वर लहरियों की मैं बात कर रहा था उस बैंड के बारे भी आपको जानकारी दे दूं। द बैंड फॉर टुडेज परेड, as I said, is the combined NCC band from Birla Balika Vidyapeeth Pilani, Sindhya School Gwalior, Sainik School Kapurthala, and these are the young school students at the northern end, the specially designed audience corner, so that the school students can also participate in today's function. A lot of excitement among the students. माननीय प्रधानमंत्री नरेंद्र मोदी जी को अपने बीच पाकर स्कूल के छात्र प्रफुल्लित हैं। बीते कल उन्होंने जरूर परीक्षा पे चर्चा भी सुनी होगी, जहां पर माननीय प्रधानमंत्री जी इस बात पर बल देते हैं कि परीक्षा को भी उत्सव ही समझें। हर विद्यार्थी में हुनर है, उसे समाज पहचाने। और बीते कल तो उन्होंने सलाह भी दी कि डिजिटल फास्टिंग करें, कुछ समय मोबाइल से दूर भी रहें, देश की संस्कृति को समझें, देश निर्माण में योगदान दें, अपने सर्वांगीण विकास पर बल दें, सेहत पर ध्यान दें। The musical band also includes Sainik School Gorakal and it's led by Senior Under Officer Suveksha Gupta. So after inspecting the parade, all the contingents, and also extending the greeting to everyone in attendance here, the Prime Minister's vehicle is now nearing the saluting dais. We can now see the Honorable Prime Minister as he crosses by the commentary box from where we are bringing you this live commentary of the Prime Minister NCC Rally 2023 for the first time being organized in the evening.
प्रधानमंत्री रैली जिसमें
Today, in the Prime Minister NCC rally, we have amongst us nearly 2,155 cadets. That includes 1,445 boys and 710 girls. And they are from Srinagar to Lakshadweep, from Bush to Kohima. They all participated in the Republic Day camp, and the celebration then culminates into Prime Minister's NCC rally that is held on the 28th of January every year. So the Prime Minister has now reviewed the contingents from all 17 NCC state directorates that were lined up. Each contingent comprised of 32 cadets that was led by the Directorate Contingent Commander as he now alights the vehicle. To return to the saluting dais along with the Lieutenant General Gurbir Pal Singh, Ati Vishesh Seva Medal, DG NCC. The excitement in the evening is only going to increase because we have the March Past commemoration of the 75 years and the colourful cultural program. Senior Under Officer Risaiva Lalu of NCC Directorate Northeastern Region will now request to break off the Guard of Honour so that we can move to the next part of the PM NCC's rally. And after the review of parade, we will now see the March Past. The March Past will be led by the mounted contingent in just a bit.
What is it that sparks a sense of belonging and pride in us?
कदम से कदम मिलाते हुए एनसीसी के ये कैडेट्स, माननीय प्रधानमंत्री जी saluting dais पर, and now we have the mounted contingent, and you can see 5 flags there. The national flag bearer, Under Officer Kapil from the Delhi Directorate. Amongst the musical tunes, the band is playing the Samman Gar Dhun as we see the national flag bearer Under Officer Kapil from Delhi Directorate on his horse Tufan. On the extreme left is the NCC flag being borne by Cadet Kavya Bagrotia of the North-Eastern Region Directorate on her horse Victor. Army flag being carried by Cadet Vaibhav Rana from Punjab, Haryana, Himachal and Chandigarh Directorate on his horse Tez. As we see the distinguished guests on the saluting dais to the musical tunes by the band. The Navy flag bearer is Senior Under Officer Sukhpreet Kaur from Punjab, Haryana, Himachal Pradesh and Chandigarh Directorate on her horse Virat. And the 5th flag bearer is the Air Force flag being borne by Sergeant Tamanna Chowdhury of the Rajasthan Directorate on her horse Tanu. A sight that the audience here will be very happy to behold in their eyes as they wave the Indian tricolour, and the tricolour there being held by Under Officer Kapil. So we have 17 horses there and 17 officers representing the 17 directorates. The mountain contingents are now followed by the 5 NCC marching contingents that represent the 4 regions of the girls contingent. This is the girls contingent that is being led by Senior Under Officer Jidina B. John. Unity, discipline, leadership, camaraderie, courage. This is what the NCC cadets symbolize. Marching smartly, shoulder to shoulder, are these young cadets here at the Karyappa Parade Grounds. And now we have the South Zone contingent being commanded by Senior Under Officer K. Nitish. गौरवशाली पल, कदम से कदम मिलाते हुए ये कैडेट्स सलामी मंच के सामने से गुजरते हुए, और अब बेस्ट जोन का ये दस्ता जिसका नेतृत्व कर रहे हैं सीनियर अंडर ऑफिसर आसिफ मुजावा। The National Cadet Corps imparts training to young cadets to instill in them a sense of unity, discipline, integration, adventure and community development. This is the contingent from Argentina under the Youth Exchange Program. Cadets from different nations also participating in the PM NCC rally, and this is an effort to enhance awareness among participants. That's the contingent from Brazil. Fiji contingent. India has the presidency of G20 and the theme is Vasudev Kutumbakam. Kazakhstan delegation, and the theme of G20 is One Earth, One Family, One Future. We can now see the contingent from Maldives going past the saluting desk as Prime Minister Narendra Modi looks on. This is the contingent from Mauritius. The cadets from different countries gives an opportunity to cadets from the world. This is the Mongolian delegation, to appreciate each other's socio-economic and cultural realities. And these cadets from different parts of the globe, this contingent from Mozambique, are all goodwill ambassadors to project our nation's image abroad. This year, 19 countries have sent their delegations. That's the contingent from New Zealand, cadets from Russia, Seychelles, contingent going past the saluting dais. And this is the contingent from the United States of America, United Kingdom, young cadets of the USA, gradually the lights taking over here at the Karyappa Parade Ground as we observe the Prime Minister's NCC Rally 2023. This is the musical band. Birla Balika Vidyapeeth Pilani, Sindhya School Gwalior, सैनिक स्कूल कपूरथला, सैनिक स्कूल गोरखल और इस म्यूजिकल बैंड का नेतृत्व कर रहे हैं सीनियर अंडर ऑफिसर सुवेक्षा गुप्ता। कदम कदम बढ़ाए जा, खुशी के गीत गाए जा। And the audience are now going to witness something real special. The flagging in of the National Cadet Corps Unity Flame Run. A Unity Flame Run was flagged off from Kanyakumari on the 21st of November, and you can see the mashal being brought closer to the saluting dais. The Unity Flame Run covered a distance of 300 kilometers from Kanyakumari, that's the southern part of India, to Delhi, carried by Colonel Krishan Singh Badwar of UP Directorate. Another flame was flagged off from Dibrugarh, which is the eastern part of India, on the 2nd of January 2022. The flame escorted by Subedar Karamjit Singh of Northeastern Directorate merged with the Unity flame at Agra on the 15th of January 2022 after a journey of 2,113 kilometers, applauded by the Prime Minister and Director General NCC. एकता की ये लौ कन्याकुमारी से शुरू हुई और भारत के विभिन्न राज्यों से, क्षेत्रों से होती हुई आज दिल्ली पहुंच गई है और उस रास्ते में बहुत से लोग lit. Waving the flags in all palpable excitement. It's a beautifully crafted commemorative coin that has the enfacement.
And we'll continue to get you pictures from the NCC rally as Prime Minister Modi is set to address the nation shortly from the NCC rally. Do stay tuned.
Amity has been ranked India's #1 not-for-profit private university for 10 years. with top 10 ranked institutions in management, engineering, biotech, law, masscom, telecom, hospitality, fashion and more. Yet another top ranking for Amity University.
Illicit liquor smugglers attacked the police team of the excise department in Bihar's Bhojpur. The police team was attacked during a raid. Male and female officers were attacked brutally with bricks and stones. As the smugglers resorted to stone pelting, 11 policemen were injured in the operation and 4 police vehicles of the excise department were damaged.
भागा नटोली का सूचना प्राप्त था कि वहाँ चुलाई शराब बनाते हैं और बेचते हैं जी। उसमें हम लोग दल बल के साथ वहाँ छापामारी करने गए थे। छापामारी करके 3-4 व्यक्तियों को गिरफ्तार भी किए थे।
This is second such incident of attack on the product department team within a month. An FIR has been registered in the case. However, no arrest has been made so far. Multiple such incidents reported in the dry state of Bihar. Questions over law and order have only been on the rise. Bureau Report, Republic TV.
A Sukhoi 30 and Mirage 2000 aircraft crashed near Morena, Madhya Pradesh. Search and rescue operations were launched. The two aircrafts had taken off from the Gwalior Air Base where an exercise was going on. Two pilots were on board Su-30 and one pilot was on board Mirage 2000. Two of these pilots who sustained injuries in the incident had ejected safely, while one pilot has been martyred. The two pilots who were on board Sukhoi 30 had ejected safely, have been injured. They have been airlifted and they were later shifted to a hospital for further treatment.
एनसीसी ये सिर्फ यूनिफॉर्म और यूनिफॉर्मिटी नहीं है, यह सच्चे अर्थ में यूनिटी है।
स्थापना होते ही एनसीसी देश के कोने कोने से जुड़े कैडेट्स को फायरिंग, प्राथमिक उपचार, संचार जैसे सैनिक प्रशिक्षण प्रदान करने में जुट गई। 1949 में देश की पहली बालिका एनसीसी विंग बनी, जो विश्व में ऐसा पहला उदाहरण बना और देश की बेटियां यहां भी सफलता की चोटियां छूने लगीं। उन्नीस 1950 में एनसीसी के एयर विंग और 1952 में एनसीसी के नेवल विंग ने आकार लिया और आज भारत की युवा शक्ति का प्रतीक एनसीसी।
Amity has been ranked India's #1 not-for-profit private university for 10 years, with top 10 ranked institutions in management, engineering, biotech, law, masscom, telecom, hospitality, fashion and more. Yet another top ranking for Amity University.
Illicit liquor smugglers attacked the police team of the excise department in Bihar's Bhojpur. The police team was attacked during a raid. Male and female officers were attacked brutally with bricks and stones. As the smugglers resorted to stone pelting, 11 policemen were injured in the operation and 4 police vehicles of the excise department were damaged.
भागा नटोली का सूचना प्राप्त था कि वहाँ चुलाई शराब बनाते हैं और बेचते हैं जी। उसमें हम लोग दल बल के साथ वहाँ छापामारी करने गए थे। छापामारी करके 3-4 व्यक्तियों को गिरफ्तार भी किए थे।
This is second such incident of attack on the product department team within a month. An FIR has been registered in the case. However, no arrest has been made so far. Multiple such incidents reported in the dry state of Bihar. Questions over law and order have only been on the rise. Bureau Report, Republic TV.
A Sukhoi 30 and Mirage 2000 aircraft crashed near Morena, Madhya Pradesh. Search and rescue operations were launched. The two aircrafts had taken off from the Gwalior Air Base where an exercise was going on. Two pilots were on board Su-30 and one pilot was on board Mirage 2000. Two of these pilots who sustained injuries in the incident had ejected safely, while one pilot has been martyred. The two pilots who were on board Sukhoi 30 had ejected safely, have been injured. They have been airlifted and they were later shifted to a hospital for further treatment. Uttar Pradesh Chief Minister Yogi Adityanath, while presiding over the restoration and desecration of the idol program Neelkant Mahadev Temple in Rajasthan, said that Sanatan Dharma is the national religion of India, which every citizen must respect.
Each one, reach one, teach one. Vocal for local. कोविड रिलीफ एक्सरसाइज जैसी अनेक मुहिमों के माध्यम से एक सशक्त एवं आत्मनिर्भर भारत बनाने में जुटी है एनसीसी। हर घर तिरंगा अभियान को सफल बनाने से लेकर देश के बलिदानियों के परिवारों तक अपना सम्मान और श्रद्धांजलि प्रेषित कर रही है एनसीसी और उन्हें कर रही है शत शत नमन। प्रधानमंत्री की लाइफ यानी लाइफस्टाइल फॉर एनवायरनमेंट अवधारणा के साथ इस अभियान को आगे बढ़ाते हुए एनसीसी ने नदियों और झीलों सहित समुद्र तटों एवं अन्य जल निकायों को स्वच्छ बनाने की एक विशाल मुहिम शुरू की। पुनीत सागर अभियान। लाखों एनसीसी कैडेट्स ने इस अभियान को सफल बनाया। आज वसुधैव कुटुंबकम की सदियों पुरानी भारतीय परंपरा को भी एनसीसी का यूथ एक्सचेंज प्रोग्राम सार्थक कर रहा है, जिसमें हमारे कैडेट्स विभिन्न देशों में जाते हैं और वहां के युवा भारत आते हैं। कर्तव्य काल में संस्कृति और ज्ञान के इस आदान प्रदान के साथ भारत को पुनः विश्व गुरु के पद पर आसीन करने के लिए कैडेट्स अपना पूरा बल झोंक रहे हैं। एनसीसी रक्षा की दूसरी पंक्ति के अपने ध्येय से आगे बढ़कर नेतृत्व क्षमता विकसित कर सशक्त युवा बनाने के पथ पर अग्रसर है। किशोरावस्था से ही अपनी मिट्टी के साथ जुड़कर युवाओं में देशभक्ति और राष्ट्र निर्माण के बीज बोकर एनसीसी ने देश की प्रगति में भी अपना योगदान दिया है। आज आजादी के अमृत काल में एनसीसी भी अपने बेमिसाल 75 साल पूरे कर रहा है। इस कर्तव्य काल में एनसीसी सहर्ष देश को अपनी शुभकामनाएं देता है और लेता है एक प्रण, एकता और अनुशासन के अपने ध्येय और अपने सशक्त युवा कैडेट्स के साथ सशक्त भारत के निर्माण का। क्योंकि स्वयं एनसीसी कैडेट रहे प्रधानमंत्री नरेंद्र मोदी जी मानते हैं,
वंस अ कैडेट ऑलवेज ए कैडेट।
जय हिंद।
आप सब एनसीसी कैडेट सूचन है देश की शान।
भाषाओं, वेशभूषा, तीज त्योहार में विविधता अवश्य है, पर फिर भी संगीत, नृत्य और सांस्कृतिक कला के मौलिक स्वरूपों में सर्वश्रेष्ठ है हमारा देश। तभी तो हमारे देश की सांस्कृतिक विरासत को दिल्ली डायरेक्टरेट और अन्य राज्यों के डायरेक्टरेट के 500 कैडेट्स पूर्वी भारत के मास्क डांस, पश्चिमी भारत के चिरमी डांस, उत्तर भारत के कथक और दक्षिणी भारत के कथकली के माध्यम से आपके समक्ष प्रस्तुत करने जा रहे हैं। साथ ही कैडेट्स नृत्य और संगीत के माध्यम से हमें एक भारत श्रेष्ठ भारत, विविधता में एकता और युवा शक्ति का संदेश देने जा रहे हैं। और तो और हर कैडेट के तन मन में प्रज्वलित देशभक्ति की लौ के प्रतीक दीपों का प्रदर्शन के माध्यम से ये संदेश दे रहे हैं कि हम आन हैं, हम शान हैं, हम नेक हैं, हम एक हैं, हम श्रेष्ठ हैं, हम भारत मां के रखवाले हैं।
हाँ, ये धुन खास है, इसमें अपनेपन का एहसास है, एनसीसी कैडेट्स के दिलों के पास है। इस धुन में परंपरा, विरासत और भविष्य की उड़ान है। जाति, मजहब, प्रदेश सबसे ऊपर यही हमारी पहचान है। ये सिर्फ एक धुन नहीं, पूरा हिंदुस्तान है, पूरा हिंदुस्तान है।
अलग अलग भाषाएं भांति भांति की, धर्म यहाँ है अलग अलग भाषाएं भांति भांति की।
Amity has been ranked India's #1 not-for-profit private university for 10 years, with top 10 ranked institutions in management, engineering, biotech, law, masscom, telecom, hospitality, fashion and more. Yet another top ranking for Amity University.
Illicit liquor smugglers attacked the police team of the excise department in Bihar's Bhojpur. The police team was attacked during a raid. Male and female officers were attacked brutally with bricks and stones. As the smugglers resorted to stone pelting, 11 policemen were injured in the operation and 4 police vehicles of the excise department were damaged.
भागा में टोली का सूचना प्राप्त था कि वहाँ चुलाई शराब बनाते हैं और बेचते हैं जी। उसमें हम लोग दल बल के साथ वहाँ छापामारी करने गए थे। छापामारी करके 3-4 व्यक्तियों को गिरफ्तार भी किए थे।
This is second such incident of attack on the product department team within a month. An FIR has been registered in the case. However, no arrest has been made so far. Multiple such incidents reported in the dry state of Bihar. Questions over law and order have only been on the rise. Bureau Report, Republic TV.
A Sukhoi 30 and Mirage 2000 aircraft crashed near Morena, Madhya Pradesh. Search and rescue operations were launched. The two aircrafts had taken off from the Gwalior Air Base where an exercise was going on. Two pilots were on board Su-30 and one pilot was on board Mirage 2000. Two of these pilots who sustained injuries in the incident had ejected safely, while one pilot has been martyred. The two pilots who were on board Sukhoi 30 had ejected safely, have been injured. They have been airlifted and they were later shifted to a hospital for further treatment. Uttar Pradesh Chief Minister Yogi Adityanath, while presiding over the restoration and desecration of the idol program Neelkant Mahadev Temple in Rajasthan, said that Sanatan Dharma is the national religion of India, which every citizen must respect.
हमारा सनातन धर्म भारत का राष्ट्रीय धर्म है। हम सब अपने व्यक्तिगत स्वार्थों से ऊपर उठ करके अपने इस राष्ट्रीय धर्म के साथ जुड़ते हैं।
A political storm has broken out over UP Chief Minister Yogi Adityanath's Sanatan Dharm remark. Congress and NC have hit out saying all religions must be respected in India. Delhi University has formed a 7-member panel to probe the January 27 ruckus outside Arts faculty over BBC documentary screening. The committee, headed by DU Proctor Rajani Abbey, has been asked to submit its report to Vice Chancellor Yogesh Singh.
ले हाथ में हाथ एक दूजे के साथ हम चलेंगे, भारत माँ की खातिर हर तूफान से लड़ेंगे, वो भारत माँ की खातिर हर तूफान से लड़ेंगे।
पावन भूमि पे पग रख के अब सांसों में संकल्प भरें, पावन भूमि पे पग रख के अब सांसों में संकल्प भरें, साहस की चट्टानों से एक नई नींव का विकल्प धरें। एक सुनहरे कल के पल अब हमसे ज्यादा दूर कहां, एक सुनहरे कल के पल अब हमसे ज्यादा दूर कहां, अब हम ही अगली शक्ति हैं, ये दुनिया को फरमान है। 100 जन भी जिस पर न्योछावर, वो भारत देश महान है, वो भारत देश महान है।
देवी और सज्जनों, ये सांस्कृतिक कार्यक्रम जो अभी आपने देखा, ये पंडित मनीष और सुश्री गीतांजलि के द्वारा कोरियोग्राफ किया गया था।
जोरदार तालियों से अभिनंदन करें।
The Karyappa Parade Ground has come alive with the presence of the glorious youth of the National Cadet Corps, symbolizing the eruption of a gigantic volcanic wave, a wave of power, a wave of glory. Who are these people, these doers of deeds, these dreamers of dreams who make us believe? These are the people who still win the day when the odds are against them and the strength fades away. These people are champions, for they never give in. A heart beats within them that is always destined to win.
अब समय आ गया है वर्ष 2022-23 में श्रेष्ठ प्रदर्शन करने वाले कैडेटों और निदेशालयों को पुरस्कृत करने का। अवार्ड बेस्ट कैडेट और चैंपियन डायरेक्टरेट कैटेगरी में दिए जाएंगे। बेस्ट कैडेट अवार्ड के लिए कैडेट को कड़े मापदंडों पर आंका जाता है। इतना ही नहीं, बेस्ट कैडेट के लिए कैडेट को कठिन प्रतिस्पर्धा और कड़े संघर्ष से गुजरना पड़ता है। लिखित परीक्षा, फायरिंग, गणतंत्र दिवस कैंप की गतिविधियों में भागीदारी, पर्सनैलिटी और कम्युनिकेशन स्किल, डीजी एनसीसी द्वारा साक्षात्कार। चैंपियन डायरेक्टरेट।
Two pictures from the NCC cadet rally where Prime Minister Modi is set to deliver an address shortly. This is as 75 years of the NCC getting commemorated. We also cut across to some breaking news that is just coming in. Yes, External Affairs Minister S. Jaishankar hit out at the Western media, saying that foreign newspapers won't use Christian nationalists for themselves, but it is convenient for foreign newspapers to always use words like Hindu nationalist government for India. Let's listen in.
Do with the world. So, in many countries, nationalism, internationalism is opposite each other. But in our country, just look at this. See, we gave vaccines. Now, each one of us, when we read or we saw on YouTube or some social media, somebody in some country saying, thank you, meri jaan bacha li aapne, you know, the people who are next to me didn't give me vaccine, you were far away, you gave it to me. Didn't you feel good? Now, it's very interesting. For us, we have never seen, in fact, it is actually if you look at the last 9 years, there's no doubt, that the government, the politics of the day is more nationalist. And I don't think, I'm proud of it. I don't think there is anything to be apologetic about. But the same nationalist people, they have done more projects abroad, they have helped more countries abroad, they have done, greater support, they have moved forward in disaster situations in other countries. So, if you read next time in a foreign newspaper, because they always, foreign newspapers, they like using words like Hindu nationalist government. Okay? They will not say, in America, Europe, they will not say Christian nationalist or whatever. These adjectives are very specially reserved for us. So, next time you read it, ask yourself, how wrongly are they reading it? That they actually do not understand that this country is getting ready to do more with the world, not less with the world. And one of the reasons we want to handle G20.
Senior Executive Editor Abhishek Kapoor now joining us on the phone line. Abhishek, EM S. Jaishankar hitting out strongly against the Western media, saying that it is convenient to call and term the ruling government as a Hindu nationalist government, but they will never do that in America or Europe, calling them the Christian nationalist government. He also says India is changing now. There is a lot of enthusiasm and positivity, and it is high time that they stop using these kind of terms to put down or really paint a certain image of India.
In fact, it is surprising that no one really looked at this thing earlier. And as I speak, Shah, I just put Christian Democrats Party in Google, and it says Christian Democrats Party. Germany, it is Christian Democrats Party. Italy, it is Christian Democrats Party. Sweden, it is Christian Democrats Party. Chile and Australia and Denmark and Netherlands, and these parties have been in power or part of coalitions in all these countries. In fact, Angela Merkel, the last German chancellor, happened to be from the Christian Democrats Union Party, and she was there for the BBC never does not give that kind of a spin to these parties, or, for example, calling the Republicans a Christian nationalist party, though, of course, despite knowing that they are, or they are the support base of the Republicans in the United Kingdom happens to be absolutely conservative, hardcore Christian population. So I think in that sense, it's a valid point made by the External Affairs Minister, going to be debated for the next couple of days, perhaps.
Oh, yes, absolutely. And clearly, the motive becomes very clear when there is an intentional attempt to run down the Indian government by pushing a certain narrative. Abhishek, I want to thank you for the moment for putting this into context. We'll also try and get more responses on the same.
वर्ष 2022-23 रनर्स अप डायरेक्टरेट तमिलनाडु, पुदुचेरी और अंडमान निकोबार निदेशालय ट्रॉफी की हकदार कैडेट बेनिता गोल्डी। वर्ष 2022-23 की चैंपियन निदेशालय महाराष्ट्र निदेशालय ट्रॉफी प्राप्त कर रहे हैं कैडेट सुकन्या राणा दिवे। वांछित पीएम बैनर वहन करने का सम्मान सीनियर अंडर ऑफिसर कैडेट देवेंद्र बड़गुजर। पुरस्कार प्राप्त कर रहे हैं महाराष्ट्र निदेशालय के एडीजी मेजर जनरल वाईपी खंडोरी। पीएम बैनर के लिए 17 राज्य निदेशालयों के ट्रेनिंग एक्टिविटीज कैंप और रिपब्लिक डे कैंप से जुड़ी प्रतियोगिताओं पर परखा जाता है। जोरदार तालियों से अभिनंदन।
लोकतंत्र की जननी के यशस्वी प्रधानमंत्री महोदय एवं गणमान्य विभूतियों का सानिध्य 75वें गौरवशाली वर्ष में प्रवेश करता नेशनल कैडेट कोर। समय है माननीय प्रधानमंत्री जी से विनम्र आग्रह का कि वो पुरस्कार विजेताओं के साथ फोटोग्राफ लेकर हमारे नन्हे शूरवीरों का गौरव बढ़ाएं। माननीय प्रधानमंत्री जी के शब्दों में ही, यही समय है, सही समय है, भारत का अनमोल समय है। तुम उठो, तिरंगा लहरा दो, भारत के भाग्य को फहरा दो। युवाओं के जीवन की समृद्ध विरासत बनते हुए ये पल अब स्मरणीय, अद्वितीय, जो देश के भावी कर्णधारों को नए संकल्पों की सिद्धि की प्रेरणा देंगे। यूनाइटेड नेशंस के विश्व मंच से सेवा परमो धर्म का उद्घोष करते, G20 के विश्व पटल पर वसुधैव कुटुंबकम का दिव्य संदेश देते माननीय प्रधानमंत्री, और फिर परीक्षा पे चर्चा में उसी गंभीरता से अपने अनुभवों को साझा करते हमारे यशस्वी प्रधानमंत्री।
और अब मैं माननीय प्रधानमंत्री जी से विनम्र निवेदन करती हूं कि आप हम सबको संबोधित करें।
केंद्रीय मंत्रिमंडल के मेरे सहयोगी श्रीमान राजनाथ सिंह जी, श्री अजय भट्ट जी, सीडीएस अनिल चौहान जी, तीनों सेनाओं के प्रमुख, रक्षा सचिव, डीजी एनसीसी और आज विशाल संख्या में पधारे हुए सभी अतिथिगण और मेरे प्यारे युवा साथियों, आजादी के 75 वर्ष के इस पड़ाव में एनसीसी भी अपनी 75वीं वर्षगांठ मना रहा है। इन वर्षों में जिन लोगों ने एनसीसी का प्रतिनिधित्व किया है, जो इसका हिस्सा रहे हैं, मैं राष्ट्र निर्माण में उनके योगदान की सराहना करता हूं। आज इस समय मेरे सामने जो कैडेट्स हैं, जो इस समय एनसीसी में हैं, वो तो और भी विशेष हैं, स्पेशल है। आज जिस प्रकार से कार्यक्रम की रचना हुई है, सिर्फ समय नहीं बदला है, स्वरूप भी बदला है। पहले की तुलना में दर्शक भी बहुत बड़ी मात्रा में है और कार्यक्रम की रचना भी विविधताओं से भरी हुई, लेकिन एक भारत श्रेष्ठ भारत के मूल मंत्र को गुंजता हुआ हिंदुस्तान के कोने कोने में ले जाने वाला ये समारोह हमेशा हमेशा याद रहेगा। और इसलिए मैं एनसीसी की पूरी टीम को उनके सभी अधिकारी और व्यवस्थापक सबको हृदय से बहुत बहुत बधाई देता हूं। आप एनसीसी कैडेट्स के रूप में भी और देश की युवा पीढ़ी के रूप में भी एक अमृत पीढ़ी का प्रतिनिधित्व करते हैं। ये अमृत पीढ़ी आने वाले 25 वर्षों में देश को एक नई ऊंचाई पर ले जाएगी, भारत को आत्मनिर्भर बनाएगी